Yeah, what?
It's a white people
All
joke.
right,
Just
hi,
start the stream,
everybody.
David.
Oh my goodness. Hi, everyone. We're having fun during the intro now. See, this is what happens, Jason. You make one intro for us, and suddenly we just have crazy conversations right before stream. Hi, everyone. Welcome back for another week of A House Divided, played by the wonderful crew of Polyhedra. Hi, I'm super excited to come back for a third week of this adventure and going over my notes again. It's just so cool going over the little details of what it provides to you as a DM, the things that are interconnected, and it goes even into macros. It's cool. I think after we do the stream, I'll do like a DM review of what I thought about it. There's some things that I had to tweak for myself for them to make sense, but I think overall, if you just want to have something that works out of the box, this is a really cool adventure. Why am I talking about this? As you can see at the bottom there, Foundry VTT partnered with us to bring this to you, which is wonderful of them. It's been super fun to run this. As you now know, because I've said it like 3 times, this is the 3rd episode of A House Divided. The group so far has moved into a long abandoned house, the Raventree Manor, and tried to research what has happened here some 20 years ago, which I'll go over in the recap. But it's been super fun to play this particular mystery because many horror one-shots or even small campaign arcs like this one, which doesn't have to be small by any means, it's really fantastic because there is mystery to discover, little hints and traces of what has happened that you then piece together as a whole, and it's just been super fun to play. And I also love Foundry, so there's that as also. Anyways, that's pretty much it from me. I'm excited to delve back in. Do you guys have anything to point out that happened in the world, in the nerdiverse? Anything fun going on?
No.
I mean, it's Alex's nerdverse, but isn't it T Swift's birthday?
Is it? I don't.
You don't
What kind
know?
of fan are you?
You don't know?
Oh, maybe I'm really bad at birthdays. That's why I have Google Calendar on the phone.
I think it did pass at some point.
I don't know. I just saw some happy birthday Taylor Swift thing
Oh.
flash past and was like, oh, Alex must be drinking an extra bottle of wine today.
Next bottle of wine day.
A whole extra bottle.
See, I debated
Oh,
getting
yeah,
a
it
second
was.
glass beforehand. I was like, oh, so I don't have to get up and get another glass.
Anyways. Alrighty, everyone. As we're delving back in, happy birthday, T Swifty. Also really glad that a certain subreddit was absolutely flooded with those posts. If you know, you know. Anyways, beside a crazy ass world out there, let's delve back into another session of A House Divided. No, previously, our group of supernatural investigators had traveled to the estate of Raventree Manor in order to investigate what happened here almost exactly 20 years ago. For during that time, Brockton's mother, as well as his uncle, had been summoned to the place. Had been summoned so that they might find out who would carry on the legacy of the Coronavirus family name, to figure out who might actually rise up in the ranks, a rise that had already come from Darius himself, the patriarch and grandparent of Brockton's. Now, during your exploration of the house so far, you notice that old spirits have have lingered in the house, and must have lingered for the last 20 years. You found traces of exploded glass that indicated some kind of a shockwave must have carried throughout the building, shooting, well, anything made of glass not very well secured out into the surrounding area of the house, outward. You then finally came upon the staff quarters, where you were assailed by weird undead creatures that seemed to lift out of the very fiber of the wood, out of shadows that surrounded, off of the shelves and sometimes even the mugs that were stored within this place. As you slayed them, Brockton, you recognized one of them. Dear old Peggy, who will be the most important NPC by the end of this, just wait. Peggy. One of the staffers that Brock in your youth, you remember bouncing on her leg every once in a while. She snuck you maybe an extra piece of apple, but other than that, just another face in the house. Of course, We very importantly also learned Henry's secret, as Henry shifted into a massive, drool-inducing form of unnamed nature. Nope, we're not going with Beep Boop. Get out of here. As you all then took some time to digest the information that had been presented to you thus far, we're picking it back up as you had just finished a short rest. Now, some of you had spoken of feeling hunger, and perhaps, as Brock pointed out, you could head northward through what appears to be another locked door into the kitchens, or you can push on, try to see what else you can find in the house. But, heroes, what would you like to do?
Admire Marcus from across the table.
A broken on the floor table.
Marcus,
Just like,
as you see a very appreciative Sebastian looking towards you, how do you react to that? How do you, what do you do?
Marcus is just gonna, because he has to put the violin away after playing it for the short rest, right? He's just gonna very casually like flip his hair and just kind of give a little bit of a sultry smile, and then he'll put it away.
All right,
The violin, then.
Sebastian, make me a death saving throw, please.
I died. Immediately.
Oh, this is awkward.
Well, I feel better. Everyone else?
Yeah, I feel great. You know, I'm a little thirsty. I could use some ale, some mead.
Was there some in the closet?
I don't think there's anything really
Not
in
that
here.
I saw.
It was just dishes, right? Yeah, cups and stuff.
And the pearl and that we got.
Oh, right, and random jewelry
Yeah.
that caused the
Steps.
spirits to attack us.
I'm gonna slide off the table that I'm on and kind of swish my cloak and my dress behind me and say, so, shall we keep moving?
Make me a performance check. Why not?
Oh, no. Oh, wait, I'm a warlock, I forgot. Oh, no, still only an 11.
I mean, it looks not bad. You know, you flick off, it kind of gets stuck on the table on like a little splinter, like, and then you flick and it's
Right, I'm trying to play it off.
That was beautifully done.
Right. Well, Brock, where would you like to go? This is, after all, your family's manor.
It's a good question.
Thank you. I tend to have a lot of good questions. A lot of good
I,
ideas, too.
I've kind of just ignored what happened here for so long now. Part of me wants to go figure out what happened. Part of me just wants to make sure there's nothing here that would be problematic if someone else were to find it and then get out. Never turn back, but damn it.
Are
What about
we
that door?
still wanting to go to your grandfather's room? I know we talked about that briefly.
That seems like as good a place as any. I assume that's upstairs.
Ask that one more time. Sorry, I was trying to get your answer, your question answered on the side. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
when you can, no biggie.
Yeah.
I was just saying. I assume Grandpa's bedroom, study, whatever that kind of stuff was all upstairs. Yes.
Study. You know what? Roll me a D100.
We could probably look for a storeroom first, though,
With a
before we head
44,
upstairs.
You do remember that there's some stuff down here. You remember something about a library here. You remember a workshop of some kind. You remember there was this cool place with a pool table. You remember wanting to play with it and you were never allowed. And there was something more to that area, but you never got to see those parts. As far as some of that stuff goes, that is here. But yeah, you would get, as far as you remember, all of the rooms that would hold a bed or anything like that are upstairs.
If we want to start with this bedroom, it's upstairs. If he had a study, it's got to be most likely down here somewhere. Either one could hold clues to what happened.
Is there another way upstairs, like towards the back of the house, like a second set of staircases somewhere?
I'm guessing there's certain stairs. I might not know about them.
You have never
I don't
taken
know.
them. You would always just take those main stairs in the foyer, but
I assume there's a servant stair in the back. I've only ever gone up the front steps. Family, you know.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever. If we want to go to the study, or whether we can flip a coin.
Am I the only one that thinks we shouldn't skip a step? I mean, what if there are clues down here?
I agree with her as well.
I mean,
Good. I'm going to use thaumaturgy to open the door across the way. Straight across from me.
go for it.
You want me to roll? Just click it?
Yeah. Wait, this one or that one? The one on the west?
The
or
one
north?
that's the north.
The north
This
one
one,
you
I
already know
assume.
is locked, as far as you can tell.
Oh. Well, fail again. Shit.
And you just like feel
This is the one we
rebuff from a
came
distance,
in.
you're like, God damn.
Oh. Never mind. Anyone good with a lock? I'm looking at Brockton.
decent. Might be better
Oh.
by the time we're done here. I'll try to pick the lock.
Going to give me a thieves tool dexterity check.
You know what? I don't. Oh, there they are. I was gonna say I don't see them on my favorites, but they're there.
Very nice. As you sit there for the minute or so it takes you to undo the relatively simple tumblers that are in here, with your passive perception, you suddenly pick up what sounds like weird shuffling of scraping metal against wood, clanking. What sounds like a little bit of bending of metal. Go to make me a perception check. With the extra 2 from your active check, you can hear what seems to be almost like sounds of something being nibbled on, chewed. What sounds like scratching noises coming from inside. As you successfully unlock the door.
Move back from the door a little bit. Kind of motion everybody in. There's it sounds like something's scuffling around, maybe chewing on things on the other side. Did I get an impression of like the size of this thing? Like, did it sound like little like rats, or did it sound like something more substantial crunching on
Mimic.
stuff? Yeah, was it a mimic eating somebody?
Yes, you
Beat us here?
precisely know the type of mimic. It's one of the Orange Valley mimics. No, you think that it must
Valley
be
mimics. Ugh.
It must be
So
sizable
empty-headed.
enough that you can actually hear it through the door. So it's not like it's probably something a little bit bigger than maybe a mouse chewing on something.
I mean, we got those degus last week. I can hear those suckers chewing on stuff through the wall. So anyway. Yeah, I'm actually drink. You caught me. It's probably something a little bigger. I'm just saying, if we're going in there, we should be ready.
It's like a cat.
Probably bigger than that.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking, with that big old axe, you should probably go first.
All right. We will open the door.
All right. You
Oh,
look
it's empty.
inside, and as the light kind of shines in, Gotta do a couple things. First off, we gotta set the tune with some sounds. Now, as you stand there, and never mind the state of the kitchen and the contents, the fact that there seem to be, as you kind of look around, insects the size of dogs skittering about. As you look deeper in, you see them kind of like pushing aside weird black sludge, things that you think at one point may have actually been rotting food, abandoned, rusting kitchenware that, well, we'll have to wait. You see these creatures kind of like bumbling about. They're huge, knobby, insect-like creatures that meander around. They seem to sweep these long antennae over the different kinds of, pots and pans and goop that is about there, seemingly kind of looking around. And they seem to kind of like noisily scrape some of the things with their mandibles as they start to kind of like eat into that. But as you stand there with the door open, they seem to be blissfully unaware of you.
They're adorable.
And he would like close the door slightly. Yep. And then just like turn around and be like, so there's giant bugs in there. Do
Oh,
we
they want
need to
one.
go through that door?
Maybe they're friendly.
If you want to go introduce yourself, like maybe by all means, like step aside.
I would
Like,
love to. I would
Okay,
love-
go ahead.
Cece, do you think we should both go?
I will go with you if you really want
Was
to,
it-
but I.
I think that's a great
Well,
idea.
Uh,
I say from the back of the room.
Perhaps we should just come back here at the end.
Oh, yes, of course. Once we've finished up with what we're supposed to do, then we can bring one back home.
Yes.
Yes, perfect. Oh, I'll think of names. All right. I'll wait. For now.
With the doors safely secured, you still hear the chewing, the scraping from the other side of the door, but though you opened the door and the light of Brock's, enchanted bauble did shine into the room, they didn't seem to try to rush after you, attack you. They were happily existing within this little kitchen that you could see.
What's on the other side of the kitchen? Do you remember? Like, is it like...
Don't know if I was ever there.
Yeah.
Here again, the family didn't tend to wander into the servants' areas.
As far as you know, that is the back. It just leads outside. I mean, it doesn't lead necessarily outside, but it is... Actually, it would lead outside. So you know that there's a door to the back of the house. Like the kitchen is just the last room of that.
As far as I know, the only thing beyond the kitchen is the backyard. So, but I don't know if there's maybe a pantry in there or something. Entirely possible.
I mean, they didn't seem aggressive, so if we wanted to go in there, we can. Or we can just go to different rooms.
Does
What do you
Brock
think,
have
Ben?
any clue what those things were?
Go ahead and
No
make
is an okay
me-
answer.
Go to make me... I know, you know the answer. Go and give me either a history or a survival check.
Significantly better at history.
Hey.
Looky there.
Nice.
Okay.
You have heard of these weird creatures before, for they're often referred to as rust monsters. Creatures that have the supernatural capability. They seem to have an enzyme within their blood that quickly, in their stomach and any saliva, and really any bodily fluids of theirs, highly oxidizing effect, especially upon metals.
So
In simple terms, they fuck shit up. If they touch a weapon, a piece of armor, anything that has metal within it, it just dissolves it into nothing rapidly.
paladin made.
Ooh.
Nasty creatures.
Yes.
Ooh, not nasty, more like useful.
Back in the old
Adorable.
dungeon crawl days, every martial type carried a wooden club just in case you came across rust monsters.
You also don't have to worry about them if you never play a martial type.
This just reminded me. This is for everyone listening too. Check out the Glass Cannon podcast. Fantastic podcast. But one thing they do sometimes, because they play Pathfinder often, or just Paizo products, is like they explain a role or something from back in the day and stuff like that. And they have like a so-and-so's got some splaining to do. And I think we need something like that. We need like a throwback. Well, you know what? Back in the day, we need like a solo moment where Damon can teach us. And I mean that seriously, because
Oh yeah, like with a little like do like a little.
Yeah. I think it's funny that they have back in the day
Yeah.
for Pathfinder. I was already out of college when Pathfinder came out. But anyway,
Damon.
Back in the day.
back in the day with
I mean,
Damon.
that's the sad thing is
Yes.
that's the sad thing. That was 20 years ago. You know, I mean, it's like, God, I'm old. When did I get old?
back
There
in
is
the
back in the day for
with
Pathfinder.
Damon.
And I'm old.
That's it. That's it.
We got it.
Nailed
TM.
it.
Yeah.
You're gonna send me a recording of that, David, and I'm gonna like work up a video for that too. Like I'll just
Oh,
work up like
man.
an audio kind of thing. Okay,
Please.
cool.
You'll
I'll add
have
it
to
to
make
the
a
list.
frame. You'll have to make a frame, David, where it just zooms in on Damon's screen, so it's just him in the screen.
Damon can do a little riff.
It's
little
one of the
guitar
long,
riff.
one of the really long moments when Damon closes his eyes after something that we said that just annoyed him. Was just like, kids, back in the day. And
Do you want me to like sit here with a book and be
Yes.
like for a
Yes,
picture?
Oh my
I
gosh,
do.
yes.
Can you, yeah,
You know what? We need a good rock guitar riff for that.
yeah.
If only we knew somebody.
I don't know.
Damon,
Yeah.
I need you to tell us about Thaco, because I still don't understand it.
So Thaco is something that Gary Gygax stole from I believe it was a nautical war game that predated Dungeons and Dragons, and it basically forced you to do math, and it's the whole reason that D&D didn't become more mainstream until they did away with it.
Forcing you to do math is
Sorry, we
the
got
main
you.
reason I don't understand it.
It stands for 2-hit armor class 0, and the O in Thaco is actually a 0.
No, 0.
Who, David?
Well played.
Back in the day with David.
Sorry.
It's gonna be in my head
I'm
for
actually
next week.
Clancy.
Oh
Do
god.
that, no.
Oh god.
Anyway,
What are we doing?
I don't
Are we
have the
going in this
glasses.
room? Are we going to kill these bugs?
No, we're
No,
not.
hey.
No, thank
of
you.
course not.
Anyways, that's enough distraction.
Let's go back.
Enough interaction. Literally my whole life.
If anyone, if there's anyone not wearing significant carrying metal weapons that wanted to see if there's anything in that room.
Well,
that
I'm
might
wearing
give us some
leather.
clues.
I'll do it.
Marcus, I thought you should know.
I had noticed.
Wait. They don't hurt you, other than. Wait, did you tell us that? I'm assuming you told us
I mean,
the rust monster deal.
I can't promise they won't bite or claw or anything, but they probably won't care about you if they don't smell food on you, and for them, food is metal.
Get a bunch of cups. Unless the cups are porcelain. I didn't actually look.
some
What
of
are
the
the cups?
steins have metal elements to them.
Okay, I'll grab some.
Are you
I'll
trying
bring
to
them back.
feed
Are you
them?
gonna feed them?
Yes, of course. I want to bring one home. Open
Can
it.
we not?
Yeah, I said we
Oh.
don't feed them yet, right? You know, like
Oh.
if Ryan wants to go in there and like sneak around a little bit, right, and then maybe like afterwards you can come back and feed them.
He's always been like this. He loves animals.
Oh, that's
I
fair.
do, especially ones that can destroy things.
Well, they're just
All right.
bugs, so.
Well, it's your opinion. I'll put all my cups down.
I can make you invisible, if you like.
Me?
I'm already on it. I already got it.
Who?
Oh,
I'll put my hood up.
I can do everything you can do.
That's better. Blah, blah, blah.
You can do, I can do better.
And
Let's see here.
who-
Do you?
Yeah.
I
do
just
you think of
listen,
anything
waiting for like a
else?
crunch or like a scream.
Do you take off? So wait, who's going invisible? Bryn, right? Do you take off
Yeah.
your your dagger, your backpack that has metal parts to it? Maybe your spellbook has a clasp on it. The small knife that you carry for no better reason than to have a small knife twice. Those kind of things.
Yeah, I don't know why it gave me 2 of those.
Because
You
then
did
you can
two
juggle them with
small
one
knives.
hand.
One is a carving knife. One is a cheese knife. I get it.
One set of
I
knives.
will keep my spell book because it specifically is leather bound, not metal.
Oh, but little did you know there was metal inside of the spine.
There's metal in the ink that I use to write down all of my spells. That's
So
actually
you-
true. That's actually true.
Yep.
So you use prison tat ink for your spellbook?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just start out of nowhere because I turned myself invisible already. You'll just see like a dagger fall on the floor, a knife fall on the floor.
Can I go in with you? Should I?
What
I
else?
can always go.
If you
I can
want.
put my hood up. I'll put my hood up, and when I put my hood up, I turn not invisible, but I like turn into like a semi-perceptible individual.
Right, because you have that cloak that was made by elves and belongs to elves.
DM question
my
really
cloak.
quick for you. Did you just delete everything on your character sheet? Or was it like
Me?
that? No.
Oh. I was like, I didn't touch anything.
Ooh.
No,
Ooh.
no, that's for Sebastian. Did you delete stuff?
No, I
You've
have
lost all
everything.
your things.
You don't have
No.
any things. Did I just I probably had a filter, didn't I? No.
Oh, you're talking about my like
Inventory.
belongings, inventory.
Yeah.
No, I never really did. I didn't really take any starting equipment, which is on me, and I
Oh,
never
you
said
didn't-
anything because I was too
How
ashamed.
did I just notice this? I look
You
around,
didn't put
there's
it
just
in
nothing.
D&D Beyond, so
No,
it's
I-
not
I-
on the sheet.
Yeah, I'm like, what
I
the
was
hell?
too ashamed. I didn't say anything.
Literally nothing. Okay, but point of order for you, and this is something that Sebastian would know. You are wearing studded leather, and that means that there are
Yeah.
metal studs inside of your leather armor, which would potentially be something very attractive, and yum 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 little treat to these creatures.
Ooh.
Yes, if you want to come with me, absolutely.
I mean, you can make sure he doesn't get eaten first.
It's true. I just mostly want to just. You know, it's not all that important. Now I'm thinking about it, and I wouldn't want to lose my little leather studded nub things.
We'll get you a rust monster. Yeah, I will get you a rust monster. Don't you worry. We'll make sure you have one.
You could just
Alright.
take it off.
Well, you have to pay for that, silly. My goodness. I'm going to keep it on for now.
Well, I'm going in.
All right.
Go weenie.
If they're friendly, just let us know.
All right. Bryn, as you go in, you look about, and you do see those creatures scuttling about, eating away at pots, pans, iron rings that seem to be kind of just discarded there, that you're not quite sure what their purpose was. Large bindings. As you go there, you seem to see what appears to be another door in the back and another set of double doors leading to the east, as well as that western door right there. And then there's this interesting wall here. You're not quite sure where this might lead. As you look about, what is it that you look for?
I think it was mainly food. I know we mentioned food. See if there's like a pantry or something. I know Brock already mentioned that one of these doors probably just goes outside, right? Not all of them necessarily, but one of them at least just goes outside.
From his
Yeah.
description, this one must go outside. You're pretty sure about that.
So other than just like anything that you would expect in a kitchen, cutlery, plateware, stuff like that, I guess I would just be looking for a door that looks like it might be a pantry. So I would probably head that way first to these 2 double doors. And just anything else that seems like it shouldn't belong in a kitchen.
Okay. Make me a stealth or animal handling check, your choice, and then make me a perception check.
I don't think I'm good at either of these things.
Yay! Nice.
Yep. And then a perception, you said?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not quiet, but I could see stuff apparently.
We'll go in story mode, so I'll move you along. As you move a little bit deeper, you do see a large keg on the left side that maybe would be interesting to your weirdly shifty friend, as he had expressed maybe a thirst for mead. As you push onwards, and you guys see invisibly a bunch of stuff is just kind of pushed off of a mostly destroyed table as every single one of these creatures kind of twists and turns towards that noise.
See my feet, so I can't see where I'm walking.
No.
There's just that moment as you stand there, your heart's just like because these things are still large. They're still the size of maybe, an Australian shepherd chewing away, and you just imagine yourself for a second being the chew toy going ah 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 every single time that it bites into you. But as you stand still there, their weird, beady little, multifaceted eyes kind of going about. You can see the antenna kind of scanning around. Each of them ultimately seems to return back towards what they were doing, eating away at more pieces. In fact, the rest of you guys see as one kind of gets close to the door and starts to eat away, but currently is very much involved with what it does. You step forward, and as part of that, Bren, you realize that these creatures seem to be fairly content. Go ahead and make me an insight or animal handling check. Your choice. So
15.
so long as you don't disturb them, or maybe offer them another source of iron, you are pretty certain that they are going to leave you alone.
Yeah, they're just hungry. People gotta eat. Yeah, I'll head over to the double doors.
Alrighty. As you step over there, you do see another door to the southeast here. That seems to be, well, probably closest thing to...
Oh, yeah, that one's probably the pantry, because it's, like, connected between the two rooms.
That's your best guess. Do you wanna try the pantry? Do you wanna try the double doors?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll go to the pantry.
You step up towards the pantry, and as you open the door, the Mars monster closest to you kind of like comes close to investigate. What you see inside here is an unwindowed and lightless storeroom that seems to have been left undisturbed for decades. Stacks of crates and boxes are piled neatly in one corner, while shelves packed with dust-covered jars line the whole southern wall. As you look in here, it doesn't seem like there's really much of value perhaps in this room. I mean, most of the stuff seems to have been, things like maybe pickled preserves, less identifiable sundries, stuff like that. There do seem to be a couple of the jars that didn't get broken that still have their seal upon them, so maybe there might be something edible still in there. As you look around, you can see that there are these white fungal growths coming out of what you only presume, due to the fact that it's written in common upon it, these flour sacks having sprouted through some of the rough-hewn hemp outwards, and you can see there's just like a film of this white fungus kind of growing upon it. And there's this sickly, sweet-smelling dirt that seems to just kind of crawl into your nose throughout this entire room.
I'll just plug my nose and go in and grab the things that I saw that look like they might still be sealed.
All right, you grab those couple of things, and it's kind of hard to tell because the outside itself seems to have kind of like taken on a bunch of the grime and dirt and really caked on there, so it's hard to tell what's actually inside. As you kind of like gently grab them, put them into your pocket, they are yours now.
I can I just? I don't necessarily want to go into whatever these doors might lead to, but can I just go and try the handle and see if it's locked or not?
Oh, the
Double doors?
Yeah, you step forward, and as you try the door, it is definitely locked. Once again, gaining the attention from a couple of the rust monsters. So they kind of scurry over, trying to detect what you think is probably danger. They're trying to see if they are in danger more than anything.
Okay. I want to... I mean, I want to get back to the group, but with my luck, I'll probably crash into something else because I can't see anything where I'm walking because I'm invisible. Is there like a plate by me that I can pick up? I just want to, or just like a anything, cutlery, something metal.
Let's say, yeah, there's that butcher knife.
The cleaver?
Yeah, the cleaver that is hanging out there.
Can I just kind of creep over and pick it up and just throw it to the other side of the room?
All right. You know what? Go ahead. As part of this, make me just a strength check.
Great.
Thrown weapon. Let's see.
Gonna stab myself.
Don't hit one of the bugs.
I got a 9.
And 9, you kind of fling it, and as you're like, right? There's that, that very cliche video game noise that has to be there. It's like, squeal 3, That's the thing that voice actors have to do to become big. It's like, as you try to throw the thing, you suddenly see as it becomes
I do all of those, even though I only threw it once.
As it kind of seems to clatter on the ground right here. You see each one of the rust monsters again kind of triggering to that. And you see 2 of them seem to kind of like react to that, starting to kind of go towards the thing, into your path a little bit, as they start to kind of like argue with one another. You see the antenna kind of go up, the weird chitinous body. You see the back seems to kind of lift up and kind of like rattle around, trying to look as dangerous as possible.
Yeah, and then I'll just try and shuffle across those shelves beside them to get back to the door.
Make me a second either stealth or animal handling check as you try to very carefully, without further disturbing these 2, get out of this.
Better.
All right, you move over to the side. As you kind of like push through, you push yourself up against the shelving itself without realizing that there's a cross beam kind of supporting the shelf itself. As your head kind of bunks against it, like, ow! Suddenly the entire shelf comes rattling down, drawing the attention of the entire room. And with that, we're going to roll some more initiative.
That's
I
okay.
refuse.
That's okay.
I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna kill one.
All right, I rolled a natural 20 apparently.
Nice.
I did not.
And that might be perfect. That might be all we need. We'll see. Alrighty, as we begin combat, Bren, you are the first to go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and run out.
All right, you're invisible, therefore no attacks of opportunity, for they cannot perceive you. You rush out of there with the luckiest natural 20. My God, as you...
And then I'll just shut the door.
You close the door behind you, and that is the end of combat. As
That was fun, though. We rolled combat.
Yes,
Yay.
good shit.
I am not lying when I say this was the fastest combat I have ever DM'd in my entire life. Amazing.
Hell yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm still invisible.
We're closed.
Bryn?
Oh my gosh.
Are you outside or inside?
Bryn?
Bryn?
Are you there?
Just happened.
Bryn? Oh, we have to go back in for. He's probably killing all my bugs. I'm gonna run up to the door.
My eyes are gonna flash black.
Bryn, make me a
Smoke
stealth
come
check
out
as you
of-
try to like carefully move away from the door. And you guys
Christ,
hear
this would be where you roll the nat 20. You can't hide from the monsters, but you can hide from the party.
This is the best one I've rolled so far.
he stubs his toe against that northern chair. And goes, "Ow!" And you guys
Son of
realize
a
that he was
bitch.
just staying quiet.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not in there. We don't have to worry anymore.
all right.
Guys, I don't know if you've been invisible before, but it's really hard to see where you're going when you can't see your feet.
I don't try to look at my feet. I just see the destination I go.
Yes, I agree.
Mm.
That's all right, though. We all have our quirks. You know.
So,
Where to next?
I mean, what did you find in there, Bryn? Did you find anything good? Like anything that we need to go in there for, or is it fine if we just leave it be for now?
I'll just pull the 2 jars out and set them on the ground in front of me. I found this. Don't know what it is, but it's sealed, so probably not spoiled. There's also a keg in there, so if you want to go back in, there's probably ale or something. There were 2 other doors that I don't think lead outside, but they were locked, so but they were like
Fair
double
odds, at least
doors.
One of them's a pantry. Oh,
No, I found the pantry. That's where I got these from.
ah,
Everything else was either broken or spoiled. There was like fungus growing out of the flour. It smelled
Ooh.
pretty gross.
none of that's surprising. I have a theory about what I call microorganisms that are what actually cause illnesses, and I think there's probably a plethora of them in there.
That's
Hmm.
incredible. They like little tiny thinking people.
I'm not sure how much they think, but yes. little
Stuff you
tiny-
can't see sounds made up. Sounds
Oh.
fake.
Thousands.
I'm sorry. Where are you?
I'm everywhere. I died, and now I'm a spirit that haunts this house with the rest of them.
All right.
the nosiest one I've heard so far.
You don't have to be quiet when you're dead. I'll drop my invisibility.
Well, that seems like a waste of a spell.
Elves.
Well, it didn't cost me one, so
Didn't
Very
it?
good.
Suddenly
Well,
I'm
should we-
feeling claustrophobic.
I don't know why I
Look
have
like-
10 invisibilities. It just did that when I used it.
Extra invisible.
I don't know if maybe I don't know. I was trying to think of why maybe it did, but I don't know.
No, it's been doing that. Not you.
So anyways, the bugs are chill. They just want metal, obviously. Yeah, you know, any type of metal really. But they were also on edge, so like if we go back in there, there's a chance that they'll still try and eat us.
I love that.
Sure,
you
that
did
clunking around I heard had nothing to do with that.
Everybody
was all
walked away
them.
from bread as you're just kind of
Yeah.
like talking, becoming visible. It's like, so by the way, guys,
I just, as they're moving, I'm just like getting louder and louder and louder.
Well, while we're here, should we see what's in this room across the hall? Might
Sure,
be
why not?
fun.
all
There you go.
right, the
There we
door
go.
swings open.
Wow.
Combat is engaged. No, I'm just kidding. You look in here.
I didn't even get a chance to say, do I know what's on the other side of that door?
Nope.
Yeah, we do.
As
Well,
far
now
as
you do.
Now we
'cause you
all
see
know
it.
what's on the other side of that door.
The once fine portraits that line the walls of this sitting room are faded and discolored, and the few proud marble busts that still sit on their perches have had their ears or noses removed by blows with a blunt object. The room's other furnishings have fared a little better. A ruined pool table has split beneath the weight of a fallen beam from the ceiling, and a drinks cabinet by the western wall has been thoroughly ransacked. The stained carpet is riddled with broken glass and still faintly smells of alcohol.
You going to go in, Henry?
Can I smell the alcohol all the way out here?
Yeah, it's pretty pungent.
That has to be recent.
Smells wonderful.
Alcohol evaporates quickly.
Oh. Even in large
I-
quantities?
Yes.
As I walk by Sebastian, I say in his head, "Oh, he likes to drink. Good." And I'll just keep
Ooh.
walking.
So, like, it's a little hard to tell with the light spell acting like a torch, but it looks like there's some staining. Is this what
Yeah.
what we were talking about?
That's it.
Props on the art, guys.
Yeah.
Here, we'll switch it around. Don't like my pulse animation. Here's just the hard
Well,
line.
no, just
Nothing else. Just
I mean-
like.
Aw.
Just
there we go.
just like.
That's all I passive aggressively asked for.
But yeah, as you step in, this very clearly is where liquor was spilled.
Does it
I will.
does it appear to still be damp?
You kind of kneel down, and as you
Taste a
touch
little.
it, no, the carpet is perfectly dry. It should have
Stains are
evaporated
dried.
a long time ago.
Stains are dried. Why is there still the scent of alcohol?
Brock, go ahead and give me a perception check here. And Sebastian, as you move north, we'll get to you next, and then Mirza
Oof.
after you. Brock,
I'm
as
too
you-
preoccupied with wondering about the why to notice what's going on.
as Damon is bringing real world science into this. God. No, but as you kind of lean down, you go down onto one knee and you start inspecting, you actually do see that indeed there are some corks that were thrown to the ground. And bottles seem to have been emptied and then kind of discarded. As you kneel down, you see that there are also deep red markings upon the carpet, which you're not sure, but they seem to be deeper and actually flaky compared to some of the more alcoholic markings.
If
Sebastian,
it's flaky looking. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll come back.
meanwhile, as you look around, you see another set of doors, presumably leading maybe outside from the description. This could maybe lead back into the hallway. And then there's a set of double doors over here that seems interesting as well. But as you sit there, you come across this little fireplace here. It is soot-stained and ranked by several ruined couches and chairs, though you think back in the day they must have been opulent. This entire room would have easily been the centerpiece of the entire manor. This is the place where you would bring people to entertain and really show off all the art that you possess because you're so rich. The upholstery of each, though, seems to have been purposely shredded and scored with a sharp object again and again, as if attacked by a particularly spiteful assailant. And you can see that the stuffing seems to protrude from these wounds in thick, yellowing tufts. Sebastian, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Wow.
You just think to yourself, good.
Good. This is probably disgusting to look at whenever they were in their prime.
Celine, what were you going to ask? And then we'll do the roleplay after that.
I was going to detect magic.
Alrighty. You try to get a magical sense of the room and nothing seems to ping.
You know, for magic users, this place is curiously devoid of any magical essence. Isn't that strange?
May well have been ransacked over the last 20 years.
Does it look like someone was looking for something inside the furniture, or does it look like somebody just got pissed off and
Make me an
was
insight
stabbing
check.
it?
That's a good question.
Hey, while she's rolling that, is this a beam from the ceiling that
Yes.
fell?
Mhm.
Yeah, that
your
doesn't.
your
make me
inner
nervous at
kid
all.
Brock is heartbroken as you just wanted to play on this damn pool table just once, and it's just completely smashed apart by a beam that seems to have kind of cracked and fallen from the ceiling.
I'm gonna come back to me.
Oh, go ahead, and then we'll get to Celine.
I was just gonna say, at some point, I'm gonna pick up that pool cue and toss it to Henry and say, "Here, in case you have to fight the rust monsters."
Smart.
Yeah, thank you. I'll hold on to it.
Celine, as you walk a little bit closer towards the thing, you can't be 100% sure, but it seems to be purposeful at the very least. You think that this was not an accident thing. This was purposeful. The motivation behind it and what the actual reason is why that happened, it's hard to ascertain.
Good. Marcus is gonna take a look at the art, the portraits, and the smashed bust. Try to figure out, is there like a connection between like he's trying to match bust to portrait. If if it's all familial, maybe looking back at Brock every once in a while, being like, is that an uncle? Is that the grandpa?
Make
All
me-
right,
Make me an investigation.
Yes, I'm getting grayer. You don't have to keep staring.
Brock, here's your DM inspiration also for thinking of the pool cue or club that Henry is now carrying.
Sorry, you said
Oh.
perception or?
Investigation, please.
If you don't use those in the session that you got them, they go away, right? They don't carry over DM inspiration?
Of course they carry over.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I still have mine.
That means you should probably find a reason to use it.
Not a stealth check.
You look between them, and though the portraits, where they aren't hanging loosely, almost like shredded skin off of the frame that they're still upon with a wooden backing, you recognize a handsome male face next to a beautiful, beautiful dark-haired woman. And you can see the resemblance, vaguely, between this patriarch of the family and Brockton as you kind of look over there. This easily must be Darius Cannavaris. As you look upon that, most of the other paintings either faded or have been purposely destroyed. And the problem with the busts is that the nose, and often the nose bridge and the eyes themselves and the ears hacked off like that, it just renders them almost unrecognizable.
I apologize for all the lovely art here that's been destroyed, Brock.
It's sad.
And the pool table.
Don't just. That's a fresh wound.
Sorry. Pat him on the back.
Someday when you're older, I don't want you to scratch the felt. Sure. Thanks, Grandfather.
Is there
Might have been a little bit of real world in that. Maybe. Just
Oh no! Oh no!
Aww. The beam that broke the pool table, did it just kind of dislodge, or is there just like a hole in the ceiling that we can look through?
That should be, you know what? That should be a saying. The beam that broke the pool table. Go to make me an investigation check, Bryn. You look up, and it's indeed a piece of the beam that fell down, one of the multiple beams that holds up the ceiling, and you can see a little bit of warping of the floor above, but no, it just seems
But it's still
like,
connected.
yeah, maybe termites or something weakens the connective tissue, if you will, of the beam's wood so much that that chunk fell out.
I will just make a mental note that if we go to the room upstairs, we do not step on that part of that floor.
do I have a sense of what room is above this?
No, not really.
Valid. Good.
I was gonna say, can Henry search this like fireplace area? Just like see if there's anything like inside the fireplace, like that someone tried to burn, or like hidden switches or anything. Rich people like those crazy things where you like pull a candlestick and it like
Sure.
opens up a secret passageway.
Go ahead and make me a perception check. Or investigation, your choice.
I'll do investigation. My perception is horrible. Oh, that's not too bad. It's not a good night to roll for checks, apparently.
You push through and you push every rock and you get absolutely just covered in soot. There's just ash on you. It's old, it's cold, it smells kind of musty at this point, and you kind of push around. But as you push around, you suddenly see a just little flash of what seems to be lighter coloration within the soot. Do you reach inside?
Yeah. Henry will grab it. Doesn't know better.
The mimic.
The whole fireplaces.
The whole fireplace.
As you reach inside Henry, a maw engulfs you as Henry is immediately swallowed and gone, y'all. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was actually sold on that for a second. It's like,
Henry, you kind of push some stuff aside, and what you find down there seems to be a bit of burnt parchment. As you pull it out, it seems to have just little passages still remaining. Somewhat legible. Now, I'll put it into your inventory so you have it. And then I'll read it. The transfer. Okay, I'll have to do that. Different way. Hang on. Oh, that one is not. Okay. What you see there. Oh no. Are you guys seeing the introductory note? Do you say
We're saying everything. Yeah, we're saying
Yeah,
everything.
Close that.
I'll look
Close it
away.
immediately. I tried to show you guys one page. Damn
All
it.
all at once.
Little did you know I'm a speed reader.
Oh, man. Okay. What you see is a charred and torn page, as though someone tried to burn it. Only a few words are still legible. It seems to say something along the lines of, or if you want to read it, Alex, I'll actually send you a screenshot now instead. God damn it.
Of the entire campaign.
All of the lore.
All of the lore.
all of the.
Here's who the big bad is. Calligraphy. Ugh.
Oh yeah, Henry will like look at it and be like, "This makes zero sense." It looks like someone owes something a copper piece. They're gonna be fighting, and there's some greed going around. Here you go. And he'll hand it to Brock. And, be like, this looks like it's important to you. Maybe, I don't know.
Is that really how you spell meager? Have I been spelling meager wrong my entire life?
It could be like the British spelling.
I think
maybe?
that's like an Old English spelling, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like theater and theater.
Ugh.
Theatre.
The theatre.
Now we can just see one. Now it's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Looks.
You did it,
like-
David.
It's blank.
Cool, yeah.
No, you have to click it. You have to
I wanna
click
keep
it.
fucking with things. You guys keep
Oh, there we
doing
go, there we
it.
go.
Yes. mhm.
I
You
did the
just-
same
Thank
thing,
you.
Clancy. I did the same thing. So
You
it's
gotta
fine.
click it. You gotta select it.
I'm
Thank you.
lazy. I'm a
Ooh.
millennial.
This looks like part of my grandfather's will. He mentions Kryn and Vivesna, and I think this says something about any offspring they may produce. Dearly pray shall never occur. To them I leave a single copper piece. Something about insatiable greed.
Mhm, mhm.
He wasn't a fan of Kryn and Vivesna, apparently. This could indicate some sort of motive on Kryn's part.
I should think so. A single papa is kind of a big,
Yeah,
You
seems
know.
like cheaped out a little bit there.
purposefully hurtful.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah,
like
exactly.
we expected them to fight over even just a single copper.
Do you know if they were close before he married Vivesna?
Do I know anything about that?
Oh man, roll me a wisdom check.
He's an elf. Perhaps he didn't approve of that relationship?
What
That
you
would
know
make
about-
sense why they didn't want offspring.
What you know about the relationship, kind of raking your brain, Brockton, is that, well, most of your perception of him was colored by your mother. For Kryn treated her like, I mean, he terrorized her. As the elder sibling, it was closer to hazing than anything. Would play pranks on her, take away her stuff, cut off the heads of her dolls, color with ash upon her, nice bedding and stuff like that. It was just mean-spirited, as far as you remember. And you remember that your sister and brother didn't talk, partially because of that. You remember that she had talked about him before, but you were too young to really understand all the minutiae of it. But you think back to a time when, she did mention something about him being the firstborn, that was important. Later on, you understood that to mean that indeed he was the firstborn. He was meant to inherit everything. This was perpetuated and underlined by the fact that he was the one that showed magical promise naturally. He had sorceress blood in his veins. The whole reason that Darius was able to build the empire that they had built in the first place. But, and this is where your sister or your mother was so excited. She had worked hard. She had built the business acumen. She had studied the blade. No, she had studied the spell book. She understood how to perform magic, not because of some latent, innate talent that was just handed to her, but because she worked hard for what she had. And so it seems that if this letter is indeed genuine, then perhaps your grandfather saw it too. That he had not simply fallen to, the constraints of tradition, of the patriarchy, that the firstborn son should inherit. Maybe he was going to break with that social norm. Maybe he was going to make your mother the inheritor of the house, of the estate, of everything.
I express all that in a more of a Brock voice than a David voice, but in the interest of time.
Well, is your mother still alive?
As far as I know, no. She was here when everyone disappeared.
Oh.
Mother, father, my sister,
Yeah.
all of the family.
Oh.
Presumably all of the servants, all of the guests.
Well, to me that kind of complicates things, because on one hand, if Kryn found out that your grandfather was no longer passing things down to him, obviously that would be a motive to do whatever may have happened that night. But then on the other hand, if I found out that if someone died, the only thing I would be getting is a copper piece, the last thing I would want is for them to die before I can try and fix that, because then I would only get a copper piece.
I mean, you can see this as a burnt scrap. He may well have been arranging it so that grandfather's wishes weren't known.
Yeah,
you
that's
think-
fair.
Perhaps they found out that night, and this was an act of rage when it was found out.
That is entirely possible and a very valid consideration. what I remember of him, what stories I remember that my mother told me, which were colored through her perceptions, he was cruel and spiteful and just awful in general. It would not surprise me at all if he lost his mind in a rage. And he was a sorcerer, so who knows what that may have looked like.
Must have had incredible power to make so many people suffer and disappear all at once. It's rather
Yes.
impressive.
I mean, we all like to think that magic follows these rules, especially indicating Bryn, those who learn it from a book. But there have been enough documented unexplainable cases if you were to follow those rules over the years. I think sometimes in fits of extreme emotion, magic can be shaped in ways that we don't understand.
True.
Yeah, those innate magic people, they're just unstable.
Well, maybe not all of them, but I think Kryn probably was.
I'm gonna walk over here. Can I listen at this door and see if I hear anything?
You hear with your magic detection. No. Gonna make me a perception check.
Your eyes turn into ears.
What
Magic
did you take
ears.
that makes you hear magic? What did you eat when we
innate.
weren't looking?
Nothing like a little magic
Just
in the
bizarre. Celine, as you listen in, you can just hear the faint creaking of the wood as the wind seems to have kind of shifted a little bit while you guys have been here some hours now. And as you listen to that, it's again just this lonesome whistling sound. Other than that, you hear nothing.
I'll look back over my shoulder. Should we continue on?
Could I backtrack a little bit while people were looking around at other stuff? When I was investigating the stain on the floor, you mentioned that it looked like there was some dried something like that was a deeper red that Damon's brain is going probably dried blood. But could I like maybe scrape some of it up with a knife, take a closer look?
Sure thing. Go to make me a medicine check.
Woo! Expertise in medicine finally paying off.
That's dried blood. Very, very old dried blood.
Oh.
That's what I figured.
Oh, damn.
I wonder if I bet I'm the first rogue in history to take expertise in medicine. I bet.
Hey, I have made a rogue before. There was just a surgeon, has the healer feat, thief subclass, not optimal at all, but being able to bonus action heal someone and then still sneak attack in the same round. I love that build. I love that build.
That's
so much.
clever. I hadn't thought about that when I was picking subclass.
And you can steal organs and sell them on the black market with medical precision.
Everybody wins.
As the necromancer.
Don't act like you've never thought
Your
about
next
it.
level in rogue.
My own organs, maybe. A boy's got to pay student loans,
no.
okay?
You could get a lot for a kidney.
What, does anybody?
Compared to what I own.
You know, I bet half-elf organs go for even more because you could give them to a human or an elf.
And they can't be charmed.
But then there's...
And we have
they have to have
multiple.
blood
You
ties.
fool,
But
my
then it would get,
kidney can't be
there's
charmed.
Puppy chow. It's great in
Okay,
puppy
so
chow.
you're-
Puppy chow love.
You call me out for saying that alcohol evaporates quickly and then you're going into blood types? Come on, man.
Listen,
say
you
blood.
opened the scientific Pandora's box, okay? But no, so what I'll also give you with the nat 20 is the blood that is here is not just some trickles that may have fallen off of a body as someone tried to shamble away from a wound, self-inflicted, other-inflicted. Without a body, it's hard to tell, but there's enough blood here that should have been lethal. Where's the body?
Does it look like it was like just one big puddle, or does it look like maybe multiple sources kind of a thing?
It looks like it was maybe multiple sources, but it also looks like there's a significant blood that all at once started to kind of gush out, but then there's like a little bit of a trail that goes away. If anything, you think that a major vein must have been cut.
Oh.
Someone was very clearly attacked here.
While I'm over here looking at the bottles, I would like to see if any of them that are smashed have any hair follicles in them, brain matter, anything like that.
Make me an investigation check. All the bottles are smashed or missing. I should also.
Perfect.
No, all the bottles.
Every bottle. There's a
Starts looking
keg.
at the
There's a
shattered
keg
glass.
left in the
The
kitchen.
most
with the
disturbing
knives.
part of that check was that the
There's-
bottles were smashed.
Simply some mead back in the kitchen. I mean, there's
Yeah.
that. But Sebastian, you look through the entire thing, and suddenly, as you see enhance, you try to no. As you look upon it, you don't see any. Sorry, now I gotta make the joke with the VTT. Enhance. Anyway, as you look through that stuff, no, you don't see any bottles that were apparently clearly used for, well, the cutting of a throat or the shanking of a body, anything like that.
All right, and are any of them labeled the name of that individual whose name I've forgotten? The ghost?
The glassmaker.
The animator.
The glassman. Yes! Yeah.
Some of them would have like a
Various
mark at the
Okay.
bottom of it, but then the label itself is not named that. So while the glass might be marked with the family crest, the label itself is different.
Gotcha. And does anybody remember the name? So I can put it in my notes so I don't forget.
Animatar.
Again. Animatar.
AANNMATAR.
Oh, and before I
Perfect.
forget, Alex, you get DM inspiration for looking in a fireplace.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
And there's
Now
not
Alex
like
is gonna
a
look at
trail or
absolutely everything
anything,
in every
right?
campaign.
The trail doesn't
It's
lead
just
very, the trail,
Sorry.
the trail doesn't lead very far, and it doesn't lead outside of the room.
But it does at least look like they didn't stay in this spot. Whoever got murdered.
Brockton, you kind of, as Bryn asked that out loud, for convenience reasons, you kind of look at it, and it's like, Brock stabs you and kind of pushes you forward. You think, no, as someone must have been stabbed here, maybe they faltered for a couple steps and then may have collapsed.
Got it. But it doesn't look like they got taken out of the room. There's just no corpse, and we can't figure out why.
Don't look
Not
too
only is there no
disappointed about
corpse
that.
here, there have been no signs of corpses anywhere so far.
I know it's been a real damper for
And
the
we've
future
encountered-
plans I have.
Various forms of, again,
Honestly,
not my grandmother.
Only the
I'll
grandmother.
reiterate that.
Her corpse is probably gone too.
Preferably, well, she was dead for years before any of this went down.
Well, if there's a
Oh.
cemetery attached to this manor, I'll find it.
Roll
Awkward
for
silence.
Mm.
I kind of want to know if there's a cemetery attached to the manor so I can lead you away from it. What's over here? Nothing. Just that's the horse stables. There's nothing. Let's.
Oh, that looks like a mausoleum. We should go over.
No. That's my grandfather was very protective of his horses. That's just a stone barn. Let's keep.
A stone barn.
Roll me a D100 to see how much you remember about anything else upon the estate. You do remember the back of the house was actually the most fun. You remember that the grounds had, the fun walkways that you used to race around the house. You remember that there was a northern courtyard. There's a little cottage, some kind of a weird house that was made out of glass, and
Oh.
you remember there was a maze, like a hedge maze, which was the fun thing. You
Oh.
always wanted to go, but you're never allowed to go by yourself.
Hell yeah.
God, I want to live here.
It's a fixer-upper for sure.
No, just how it is now. Perfect. Reminds me of home. Little too colorful.
Yikes.
Fascinating.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I want to know where you grew up.
We can talk about it sometime. It's actually
Yeah.
actually kind of rather fun.
We would like to have Russ sponsors as pets, so you can extrapolate from there.
Yeah, yeah.
So you did
Checks
not live
out.
in a house made of steel. Got it.
Yeah.
Or bones, whichever. Steel, bones,
I mean,
same thing.
bones aren't off the table. Rust monsters don't eat bones.
Yes, exactly.
No, our house is made of bones.
Mm.
Yes,
Possibly. More like a castle.
Insight.
something like that.
Well, if it's outside, that's a bummer because there's those crazy bramble thorns outside, and I don't want to deal with that. So we're not going outside. Remember, I said this already. We're not going outside.
Well, if there is a cemetery, it's certainly outside.
You never know.
Excited.
Maybe
Oh,
they
it would be
converted a guest
surprised.
room. You don't
Definitely
know.
going to be
Right.
outside if there's a
Now
cemetery.
that is an idea.
Maybe there's crypts in the basement.
I mean,
Rich
crypts are
people
a
are
thing.
weird.
You're right. How do we get there?
We go to the basement next.
There
Please.
is probably a secret room in here somewhere. Because you're right, rich people do love that.
We could just
No, that
blow
is
a
true.
hole through the floor. The house is condemned anyway.
If we're going to take this house and fix it up. I thought that was the plan.
Yeah, once we clear it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a bit
Exactly.
too colorful.
I'm just
Just
gonna
cause more damage.
I'm gonna eyebrow just like really? Are you really just-
David, I have a question. I see what looks like it could maybe be like curtain rods, like here and here. So are there windows in these walls?
No.
Or okay.
Are those the portraits?
Oh, right.
Oh,
There's
that makes
artwork
sense.
on the walls. Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Insight check on the DM.
There are some
And-
doors over here on this side of the room.
It looks like there should be doors here too, but there's no door icon. So I'm like, is it a
Uh-huh.
closet? Is it?
Yeah, Marcus is gonna try these doors.
You go forward, and it does seem to be that there is an inset into the wall itself, set of doors. But as you try to push up against it, it doesn't even budge an inch.
Oh well, they're probably pull doors, Marcus. Try and pull them. Don't
Oh,
push
my
them.
apologies. I actually
I hate when that
such a
happens.
thing.
Oh,
Oh, it's embarrassing, really.
You'd think they'd put a
happens to
sign
the
on
best
me.
of us.
Like, there's just nothing. You cannot budge it, though. There's clearly signs. It's like there's a wooden, essentially the wooden face of a door apparent behind what seems to be inset pieces of the wall. Like, it was made to look as if the wall would probably at some point just open up magically and then close back down. It's kind of like those walls in the Oval Office, if you've seen that before.
Well, I've
Is
read
it-
enough novels to know that we have to move some busts.
I agree.
Yes.
I already looked at the fireplace, so let's just start touching everything else.
What could go
Are there
wrong?
dates on the bus? Do we need to organize them in chronological order?
I'm like,
We have to put the noses back on.
As this turns into a escape room, you guys have exactly 45 minutes to solve this
it's
puzzle.
so fun.
Okay, what happens if I turn this bust 45 degrees to the left?
Who wants to take the lead on an investigation check as far as the busts and turning them is concerned?
I'll do it.
All right. Anybody want to assist?
Oh,
It was Marcus's idea, so.
Sure.
Or
Marcus, go ahead and make an investigation
Valid.
check. If that's a 10 or better, Bren, you have advantage. Nice.
Hell yeah. Your dice look cool.
Cute.
Advantage. 26.
You guys
Yeah.
try something to do with the, sex that they seem to look like. You try
I was
things
about to
like
say put all the girls on this side and all the guys on this
You
side.
guys go through every single different thing. You send Marcus around doing things. During that time, I'm going to say, Henry, you kind of step forward. And as you look upon it, you kind of start to just like rip pieces off of the wall, kind of exposing the clear doors now. And it was really just that it was wedged in. as you kind of look towards this, and you kind of like push towards it. These are
Just running across the room with a bus.
With your strength score, it's more of a toddle.
Yeah, I'm like dragging it behind.
It does indeed seem to just be barred from the other side.
Is it a wooden door?
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Are they wooden bars?
Axe?
Do it, Henry. Do it.
Let's
it now.
start shopping.
Don't worry, I'm sure we're close to finding the mystery. Oh, we're just going
You hack away
to
Lumberjack.
for a little while,
Oh.
making a TikTok video with your shirt off, and you find
Yes.
you
no
find
one's watching that in this group.
We're gonna have to start tagging him if we keep talking about it.
And you find what seems to be a spiraling staircase ascending upwards from below and then ascending further up to the presumably second floor.
Ooh.
I didn't know about these.
Drop the bus.
Fascinating.
Kind of cracks into 3 pieces.
David, I would like before we like while they're running around doing all this, I would like to grab like 3 of the billiard balls, and if there's like it looks like there might be a goblet here. Like I would just like to grab 3 billiard balls and a goblet.
Are you gonna craft a ball in a cup?
No, the goblet's in case we need a container for something, and the billiard balls are for who knows. But if you put one in a sock and swing it at somebody's head, it fucking hurts. So
Begin
never
from
know.
The
experience.
giant red X on the bus. I just noticed that.
Is this another back in the day with Damon?
Yeah.
no, this is just basic physics.
Is this a personal back in the day?
Please don't
Is this an
do
IRL
that.
back in the day?
Hopefully the statute of limitations has run on this crime. Alleged.
All I'm
What's great
saying
for
is if
cracking
you put
walnuts?
it in a sock, it doesn't leave bruises. Okay, let's go in this door.
So, do we want to go
That
down?
didn't get an eyebrow? Or did you just ignore it? Because that was an eyebrow moment. I don't think she heard you. I'll do it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm registering who you all are now, and that's what I've gotten myself into.
I was going to
It's like,
mention
has it-
earlier
Has it
that
been a short enough time that I still have plausible deniability?
I was going to mention that blood that's at least 20 years old is actually more brown than it is red, but I was just going to let David have it.
Yeah. As you look upon it, though, it is not 20 years old. Brockton, you're sure of that.
Oh, really?
Well, there you go. That's why it's not brown. Hemoglobin's still intact. Science.
Hema who?
It's
What goblin?
Hobgoblin?
Huh?
Is Hobgoblin
The
here?
it
hemoglobin?
oxidizes
Oh, yes. Mhm.
when
A hemogoblin.
Like you cut yourself, tiny little goblins like just spread out with their skin.
New character
That is
idea.
a
That is
a
Brockton's
goblin that
scientific theory.
knows-
Don't give him ideas. Oh my goodness.
Small goblins in your bloodstream.
I'm gonna make a goblin wizard that specializes in hemocraft, and I'm gonna call him Hemogoblin.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Love it.
The birth of a hemogoblin.
And that's like your
Magic from Dragon
superhero
Age.
name, right?
Hero.
Definitely.
What's happening?
He's a good guy.
Anyway.
We're talking about Hemogoblin? I don't know.
We're going down
Oh.
to the basement.
So I assume
for ruining
that finding these stairs has preempted anyone's desire to visit any other part of the house first.
Well, yeah, we gotta go downstairs. There's a crypt down there.
Yes, of course.
Mm.
Quick, go. You going,
What's-
Bryn?
What's this thingy?
Sconce.
Oh, okay.
Would one of you magic people mind like making my axe like light up? It gets really annoying when I'm like walking through an area and it's like dark and I can't.
Oh,
really
right.
see.
I keep forgetting that you're blind.
I am blind in a dark house.
I'm
Well,
forgetting I'm blind, so
Half of us are blind.
I just pushed Brock. I can do it. Here you are.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
No,
Get it,
awesome.
CC.
Yeah.
Get
Sorry,
it,
don't
CC.
I don't know that spell. It's
So-
pretty rudimentary.
So we have 2 people that can cast light, and we have 2 light spells up. So there we go.
You're right. I didn't have to learn it. It's just something that happens because of my blood.
Yes, that's right. And I can also cast it too, but only if you ask nicely.
Maybe you should change your name to Brightblood instead of Banewell. But you like the wordplay, Banewell, don't you?
Right.
That blood is so powerful.
Well, that's
Wow.
Of course it is.
All right. Henry,
And
as you
tasty.
walk ahead, starting to take the group down, that's where we'll call it for now. Take a quick break, and I'll see y'all here very shortly. Of course, we're going to take a quick break also with a quick word from our sponsors for tonight, which have been absolutely wonderful. First of all, we of course have Foundry VTT. Thank you for partnering with us to give you the experience of A House Divided, which is the first pre-made adventure by Foundry. We have Resources Candle, which is fantastic. Check them out on Etsy. Wonderful maker. And you get a 50% off all new custom-made candle on the Etsy store if, I don't know why I keep doing that weird cadence, if you give them the Polyhedra coupon code. And last but not least, we also have Silky Noir, fantastic commission artist on the server as well, who has been pumping out a lot of artwork lately. Like, holy crap, that's like almost a character like every day. It's nuts. Anyway, you guys are wonderful. We'll see you guys here very shortly. Oh my god, sometimes the breaks, I swear to god, are worse than the actual play on the horror. Whew. Okay, anyway, we'll just move past that. We'll ignore all of that. Who goes first? What's the marching order here?
Henry, I
Henry.
think, right?
Yep. Is it
The marching
is
order
down
is
to the left or
Henry.
to the right?
Henry is the marching.
I'll go behind Henry,
Oh,
unless somebody else is dead set on.
Oh no, I like there to be at least 3 or 4 people before me, so I can not be the first person to get hurt. Usually.
I'm next to my sister, wherever she decides to be.
Henry,
Doesn't look like Marcus is going to jump in
Rock.
front of us, so let's...
you descend
And
down.
I'll move back so Marcus could be in front of me.
You guys descend down. And as you get to the bottom here, there's a door before you, Henry, as you hear the children chattering behind you.
Oh,
You turn the knob, and you open the door into what seems to be a very, very rough-hewn, supported with some ancient-looking wood beams, like a mine shaft almost, that extends forward maybe some 15 feet, and then just ends.
Oh. Does it go down if we walk forward?
Straight ahead, and then it just comes to a stop.
Oh, do you guys want to see if there's? Could he like touch the wall? Is it like an illusion?
You touch the wall, and it's very real. You actually walk down the tunnel a little ways as the mimic door behind you shuts you in. Just kidding. I don't know why I just made you unconscious and prone. I was just trying to hide you.
You're dead now.
You are gone, my friend. But as you walk in there, I mean, you check things out. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
I mean, is anyone else helping me? Like, check out this
Dude,
area.
See everyone.
why don't you use your axe for that?
You
Try to
just
find
speak my-
secret corridors.
Just try to not aim for anything load bearing.
You check things out with your axe. And
just taking my axe along the wall, just scraping it. It does like,
you
tap it.
two are on timeout. As you poke around in this shaft, as you keep ramming your axe into the walls of the shaft. Is this what you want, people? Is this what you want? Is this entertaining to you?
Yep.
Ooh.
Sorry, I just saw the elf ears are back out. Yes. As you poke about, no, this is just a shaft. It seems to be an unfinished basement that they maybe started cutting into the bedrock, but for whatever reason stopped. There is no basement.
I will walk back up and, like, if I was the only one that was down there, then I'd be like, you guys, there's nothing really down there, but you guys can check it out. But it looks like it's an unfinished shaft.
What an insult, though.
Right.
You look like an unfinished shaft. I can't even say it.
I turn around and glare at the twins when I hear the behind me.
Marcus is trying to hide a little. Oh, sorry, the dust in here.
The unfinished what? Never mind.
What is it?
Anyways,
So do both of these staircases go to the same shaft?
No, one goes down and the other one goes up. You guys went down.
Oh,
the northern
okay,
one
okay.
went down, and the south one goes up.
Got it.
Oh, I want that one.
I'll see if there's what's up the up.
What's the marching order for the what's up the up?
Next to CC.
I mean, do we about face it? Just reverse ourselves?
I can bring up the rear.
No, I've put myself in a terrible position.
Bryn, so you just kind of like want to peek your little head out, right?
Yeah, just see what I could see.
Okay. Switching views. Doing stuff.
Like, is there a dead body?
Yes, corpses and corpses and corpses. In fact, you see a big sign that just says,
Finally.
"Corpse are us."
Here's where they all went.
Brock's
Blinking
grandma.
arrow.
Just like pointing.
A flashing marquee.
Beetlejuice.
Oh,
As you go up, you see that the staircase continues onward. And as you walk towards it, you see that rubble has completely closed off this door right here.
God. Oh, but it keeps going up? Oh no. My curiosity. uh,
does the rubble seem movable?
is it a lot or is it like a cave in?
It's a lot. Like, you could probably move it, but it would take you probably hours.
Hmm.
With the
don't
twins,
think my
definitely
light came
hours
with me.
multiple.
Nah.
Yeah, there's no light. But I can still see.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to redrop you guys, so just hang on.
Yeah. No,
worries,
it's fine.
no
We probably won't stay up here. Yeah, I'll just turn around and say, this other way is also caved in, which is weird that both of the ways that we could go are caved in, but
All
it
the way
keeps going
is
up.
open? Or
No, we
just that,
could-
like, alcove?
Just this little walkway, this little entryway. We could keep going up, but if we want to keep exploring the first floor, we could just stay there for now. But at least we know this is here.
I mean, I said we were already here. We might as well just see what's at the top.
Yes, and walking downstairs is very hard for me, so we should just keep going up.
You can just slide. If you just sit on the steps, you can just boop.
Gravity doesn't work very well with me.
Like you. What?
Yes.
Nope. Never mind. Don't care. I
doesn't.
guess I'll just keep walking up.
Alrighty, as you keep walking up. Whoa.
Gravity doesn't work. What does that even mean?
What doesn't work?
Gravity,
Yeah, it's
What
specifically
does
for
it mean?
Sebastian.
It doesn't work with me. What part of that do you not understand?
you
Makes
push
Gravity
everything
works for everyone.
into what you only presume to be the topmost level as the staircase finally comes to an end. And you see another set of double doors before you. You believe to be in the topmost part of the house now. Are
they locked?
You try them.
Mm.
You try them, huh? Huh?
I love that our wizard is leading the way. Without a healer, what could go wrong?
Surely
have-
nothing.
A healing spell.
I don't.
I
count that
also
as a
have
healing
a healing spell. Thank you very much. It doesn't do a lot, but it'll work. No. I move so someone else can try them, like Brock.
Given the secret staircase nature of this whole thing, I would like to check and see if there are any traps on these doors.
Back in the day with Damon!
Oh, yeah.
As he starts pulling
I
out
suppose.
this telescopic 10-foot pole. Go ahead and make me
Like
a perception check.
Not great.
You look over it, and though the door certainly has seen better days, I mean, maybe the fact that it was not on the other end of this preserved it somewhat. Seems to be a sturdy door. Just a door.
I'll try it.
As you open the clearly mundane door that is nothing more than a door, the door opens.
Why do you say it like that?
As they
Yeah,
both
good.
they both swing outward. Immediately to your north, you see a little pathway, but then there's a large area that opens up before you. This long space was once a home to a beautiful, what you know to be, solarium, but now is a field of broken glass and weeds. Overhead, the sturdy framework of a once grand iron glass ceiling quietly rusts away. with coils of vines hanging from it. You can see exposed to the sky, the planters are overgrown with plants, killing each other in the desperate bid to live. Not actively, just trying to overgrow each other. The beautiful stone floor of this once grand conservatory is now littered with thousands of shards of glass, both great and small. The stranger part of this is that the stonework is relatively clean compared to the rest of this attic space as far as you can see. Most notable, however, are the half dozen or so freestanding mirrors facing one another, arranged into what seems to be a ring at the eastern end of the room. 2 other mirrors hang on the walls near the doors, and a third, large flat mirror lays upon the floor. They were clearly brought up here at some point, but by who and for what reason?
Well, that's weird.
So that's a lot of mirrors.
Yeah.
Too many mirrors. I can only think of 2 people that exist that would need that many mirrors.
No such thing as too many mirrors.
I was right.
Shall we go look?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We took a few steps in and he didn't pause. Oh.
Oh, no.
Dropped it. One thing that I just want to point out as you step forward, and you quickly surmise this was done on purpose. You can see that the glass was strewn about. If it had exploded in easy, not easy, but like a more natural way, it would be maybe clustered in certain places, but this is perfectly strewn about as you step forward. Bryn and Henry moving off to your sides. You guys are making a lot of noise moving in here.
Oh, right.
Be
'cause
alert.
there's glass all over the ground.
Be alert. It's hard to move around in here without making noise.
It's like an alarm system, but, cheaply made.
It seems a bit excessive, honestly. It's everywhere.
Is there anything that I can think of, like from my experience, that mirrors in a ring would trigger? Like any rituals?
Make me an Arcana or Survival check.
Natural 20.
Hey.
Hey.
Wow. A natural 20 on Foundry? Wow.
Hi. I see you, Foundry.
Oh! Marissa, you are stunned as this piece of software, which is so magnificent and has brought so much joy to so many different people, delivers for you this natural 20 that is just amazing. But Celine
Thanks, Foundry.
thinks to herself, and there is something about mirrors. As you consider the space, the way that it is arranged, it certainly is done on purpose. Maybe some arcane rituals require sun to be reflected and refracted in so many different ways until you have like a very powerful focus of light. It would be kind of hard without actually seeing the light to do this, but maybe that is something with it. But then you remember something that Bryn had said. That inside of the reflection of his spectacles, massive as they are, he was able to spot one of these creatures that attacked you down below before they had attacked.
Hmm.
And a thought occurs to you that the two may be connected with one another.
So I'm in the very back, and I'll just like step up, and as I see the mirrors, my first thought is, oh, you could see every angle with that. And my second thought is, oh, why would you want to see every angle at once? And so I'll just say, Bryn, what was that you said about reflections? Something, seeing monsters before it attacks you?
Oh, like when I saw that guy on the wall?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw him in my glasses. maybe reflections show them when they're not visible?
Interesting theory.
Someone set up a safe space here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's kind of like, like they came up here and like almost hid. Slash.
Yes, where
Bunker
the
down.
sunlight comes. Perhaps that is something as well.
Is there one on the floor, though?
I mean, they did like travel along the walls, right? Like so they probably traveled along the floors as well.
Right, but the floor mirror wouldn't reflect the floor, it would reflect the ceiling.
The sun. Perhaps. Maybe it's the light they were looking for. And perhaps this creature doesn't like the light?
And none of this broken glass is from the mirrors, right, David? It's all from the glass ceiling?
Because the sun is currently shining down, it is during the daylight, though it is kind of, filtered through the gray overhang up above. You can actually see some of the refraction off of it. They seem to, some of them kind of point at all of you guys, or I should say really the way, not at some of each other, some of them at you. There is some reflections within reflections, but other than that... Bryn,
But none of them are broken, right? They're all still intact?
All the mirrors are perfectly intact. Mirror on the wall. Bryn, as you kind of consider them, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Okay. 23.
What is fascinating, and this is kind of like a, mathematically speaking, almost in a way, it's kind of cool because as these mirrors are pointed at one another, it's that effect. If you've ever held up a mirror to a mirror where it's just infinities of mirrors reflected with one another, going into these infinite paths, and as you kind of stare into that, and there's just like this academic moment that you have where you just geek out over that fact, Bryn, not you, Tyler, Bryn is geeking out about this. You see...
I hate math.
At the end of a long vector of this tunnel of mirrors, you see there standing, shambling about, a skeleton.
Oh, Bryn wants to animate it.
It's already animated. I can't do any more.
I imagine Celine is just going on and on about perhaps the light reflects into the mirrors, and then you can't see the creature, and like
There's
I'm
a
just completely going
skeleton.
down the wrong path.
Guys, look, a skeleton.
Where?
You guys look, there's no skeleton.
Damn it. I just realized this to the wrong exit.
I've lost my mind again. It's just like the window downstairs. But it wasn't refracted, the skeleton itself. It was just shambling in the refractions.
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't like millions of skeletons, just one skeleton.
It kind of looked like millions. It was a single one that was like reflected back and forth a million times.
Like it was standing in the middle of the mirrors,
Mm.
looking into the first one. Oh, I see. Okay.
Well, why don't you go talk to it, Bryn? If you see it, go have a conversation.
I can't talk to skeletons. That's weird.
Why not? Who said? It's like gravity.
They can't
it's supposed
talk.
to do something, and
They don't have vocal cords or lungs. Scientifically, they wouldn't be able to talk.
we'll go try.
Oh.
I don't think
I'm not touching
skeletons are actually supposed to be animated anyway, so I think logic doesn't really apply here.
Uh-oh.
Dude, they don't
Well,
have,
No,
they don't have
thank
muscles
you.
left, so how do they move?
I saw that. That was spooky.
Is it gone now?
That was
What?
spooky.
I'm gonna go into the middle of the mirrors.
All right, as you crunch along the path.
Oh. Careful.
Yes. What happens next?
Yes, will shock you.
I die. I get literally
Please don't.
set on fire by the sun.
As you step
There.
forward, you suddenly see your own reflection as you step through, crunching it.
Aww.
Except what you expect to be you looking back at you seems to be a version of you that is much taller, has no clothes upon it. You can see weird purple skin stretched taut over broad muscles towering. As you look around, you see yourself looking at yourself with what seem to be weird, bulbous, yellowish eyes, 6 of them on your face, and where a mouth should be, you see just many, many, many of them. Kind of like stretched across with skin holding it in place.
Does it... So obviously it doesn't look exactly like me, but you said it is like where I'm standing.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look, if it has like multiple mouths and multiple eyes, is it almost like a bunch of reflections of one thing kind of conglomerated onto one being?
No, I mean, it looks like they're standing in front of each other in such like a massively long line.
Oh, okay. So just the same thing over and over and over.
Step forward away from you. Your reflection seems to leave and start to head eastward.
I'm a vampire now.
Cool.
Like it, but it doesn't move through the room. It like moves mirrors.
The way that it looks to you is like where normally like you're standing there and you're walking, you watch yourself walk. Well, now you're standing still and your reflection seems to turn in this weird form and then heads to the east part of the room, leaving you almost just standing there by yourself, not having a reflection.
Can I move one of the mirrors to point where the direction it was going?
Which mirror do you move?
The big one in the middle. This guy.
This one?
Yeah.
All right. You shift it around, and as you point towards this direction, you see that upon this edge, there you stand again. You look down, and you just hop, jump, seemingly from this perspective, almost like this mirror that is laying flat on the floor is a pool, and you jump into it.
Can I go look at the one on the floor and see if I can see it in the reflection of that one?
Go for it.
Beep, beep. I'm gonna get pulled into this goddamn mirror.
As Bryn looks around, readjusting a mirror, what do the rest of you do?
Wait for something really crazy to happen, like so excitedly. Cannot wait to see the flesh get torn off of this person.
I
Like-
want to look for signs of, like, similar to what we found below, like signs that there's been some kind of, I guess, bloodletting, for lack of a better word. Are there any indications of blood or otherwise indications of a potentially fatal encounter up here?
Make me a perception check. You look around, and as far as you can tell, there's no blood. You don't see... In fact, maybe it's kind of weird. You don't see even really the passage of time. Aside from the glass shards, this place is relatively well kept up. It's almost like somebody goes through and sweeps the floor and then re-scatters the glass upon it. What do the rest of you do?
Henry's gonna check out other plants and just like see if any of them like are rare plants or where like that you can use in like potions or something like that.
Sure thing. Go ahead and make me a nature check. Marcus?
Probably not doing this in complete and utter silence either.
Yeah, as
I'm probably not
everybody
making any
gets
sense,
zero
but I'm...
fucks, they just start turning every other way. You're just like, huh?
I mean, I'm sure it's just like rambling. Like, there's reflections in the mirrors. There's something walking, like as I'm shifting the mirror and just like nonsensical stuff.
I mean, I'm listening. I'm just like like nothing's happening yet. You're just looking at me some mirrors, man.
Marcus and Celine, anything for you guys?
Yes, Marcus is gonna go to one of the 2 mirrors that's right over there and just something's in the reflection. And just
Yeah, realizing now, I probably would say just there's reflections in the mirrors, which, duh, they're mirrors, but
Yeah.
it makes sense in my head.
Celine, anything from you?
Yeah, I'm standing right next to Sebastian, like leaning into the door, like kid in a candy store. Just cannot wait to see what happens.
All right. Rockton, you look about and you come to the realization that this place is too clean. Henry, you look up and you see, oh, yeah, vines. I mean, some of them could maybe cause a little bit of a rash if applied to skin, especially very sensitive skin. You know, probably shouldn't put that in a lotion. Mark is just like, oh, yeah, oh, man. Should probably get 2 dozen
Hello,
eggs to keep looking
handsome.
like that. In the morning.
Any second, brother, this is going to go very badly. Can you
I
feel
know. I can't wait. Oh my goodness. Haven't had this much excitement in a long time.
it? I know.
As you're by yourself in the middle of this long room, if you want to call it courtyard, maybe almost in a way, you suddenly look down, squatting by it, and there's nothing. You see the clouds roiling by. It's almost like it is a pool of sorts, but the clouds make up the water as they churn there. And with that, I'm going to be rolling some initiative.
But there's
Here it
nothing in the
comes.
mirror. But there's
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I keep clicking away from the thing. There you go.
Well, stop it, David.
I will.
It seems to me like a lot of our encounter or a lot of our initiative rolls have been triggered by something Bryn did.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I rolled another really high number.
Hey.
I can't get into double digits.
Oh, I would technically still have mage armor. It has definitely not been 8 hours since we were downstairs.
No.
That short rest wasn't very short.
It's the longest short rest of your life.
It's a long rest.
No, it still counts as short rest. Don't worry about it. All right.
Oh, I bet you took it off when you took off my 10 invisibilities.
100%. Yep. See something.
Well, now I'm worried. I wasn't worried
Can't wait.
before.
You should be worried.
No.
David.
If anything, there's probably just a cool reverse mirror dimension in this mirror, and I'm just gonna jump
Throwing
in.
us into a false sense of security.
You say that until you get your face ripped off.
No. These guys don't seem like face rip-off monsters. They seem like trap you in a mirror monsters.
Bryn,
Well,
as you look down there, you're not surprised, but you suddenly see something moving
In the mirror.
in the mirror itself. Who has the alert feed? One of you guys has alert, right? Okay,
Sebastian does.
that will become important. Bryn, you're actively looking for the thing. So as you suddenly see an arm, again, this is the frame of the mirror on the ground. Suddenly an arm seems to shoot around the corner and starts to grab for you. What do you do?
Of the mirror?
Mm-hmm.
I would try and move away from it. I'm not gonna let it pull me into the mirror. That was the first thing I thought was gonna happen.
All right. As you try to move away, you suddenly see as the mirror surface seems to kind of bulbously change itself, almost like the glass seems to become liquid once more. As it reaches up towards you, Bryn, you try to move away as it seems to strike at you. You see what appears to
Rude.
be a purple clawed hand coming up, weirdly elongated and spindly with sinuous muscles kind of extending and holding taut this implement of dangerous malice as you take 8 points of slashing damage, my friend.
Ow.
As you kind of get cut, and you can feel the cuts of glass directly into your lower abdomen as you try to pull away. But pull away you can.
Mm. Mm. Is the arm still out of the mirror, or did it go back into the mirror?
What are you doing?
I want to see if I can see it in these ones in front of me.
You can see the arm reflected, yes. Currently. Or like as it's striking at you, you kind of see it reflected coming out of that.
Well. I really want to just break this mirror now. But I feel like there's a reason that they haven't done that yet, so I don't want to. I'll just...
Oh, by the way, so you moved away from it, so where did you move?
I just want to move back to the center of the room. And I'll just say, do not get close to the mirror.
Okay, put yourself into your character's shoes. Don't forget, if you need some stage directions for this stuff, this is scary shit for your character. I know you are sitting at home comfortably with a marvelous outfit, but your character, as they kind of stepped up towards this thing, suddenly got slashed. As they kind of backpedal, it's like, don't touch the mirror! The adrenaline is pumping through them in this moment. What do? As they are worried about, dying.
Right. I mean, I want to break the mirror, but I don't want to break the mirror because if this was a problem the whole time, they wouldn't be intact still. So clearly the mirrors are important.
If you want to, you could try to make investigation check as your action.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. 27.
Woo!
Oof.
As you backpedal, Bryn, you look around and you see all of these reflections of you looking back. Sweat is dripping down. Blood is starting to pulse out of your lower abdomen as you're like, and you look about. And again, the place is clean except for the glass. And you can see these mirrors reflecting you and your fear. And it is almost as if you can feel a malevolent presence there, feasting upon this fear coursing through you as you seem to try to center yourself and you think about the options that are about you, and you realize if this creature can come out of this mirror to strike you, having all of these surfaces arrayed about like this, that is so many different doors that it can step through.
I think we gotta break the mirrors, guys. And that'll be it for me.
All right, sounds good. Good, and when ready. Alrighty, as you suddenly see push itself up out of the mirror. And what you see there is this towering figure that seems to be of malformed muscles, kind of weird purplish, sinuous flesh, but there's something weird about it. It's not even skin. It's almost like the flesh itself is this purplish form. There's something sickeningly weird about it. As this thing starts to kind of like start to move towards you, Marcus, suddenly your form seems to also change. And as your form changes, you see this creature suddenly looking back at you, looking just like trying to pick, and then this weird smile that seems to be made out of 3 different mouths with, like, again, it's almost like these crisscrossed pieces of purplish flesh that cover the actual smile itself as it stretches taut and is going to try to strike at you. Ow, sorry.
So this one is out, like, in the room now, right? The one by me?
It
Okay.
seems to have kind of like pulled itself up and out of the mirror.
Great.
Oh no.
Marcus, that is going to be a hit on you as you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage and find yourself flung. Go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
God.
He's not very good at this.
You fly back 20 feet as you land prone into the
Oof.
cutting across the glass itself. As you take another 3 points of slashing damage.
Level 5. Level.
And out of the mirror steps another one of these weird creatures. Marcus, it is your turn. You were surprised by this. Henry, you were surprised by this. Sebastian, you were not.
Woo! I saw this coming the whole time. Okay. So, Sebastian's gonna place one foot out before him, and it is a healed foot. And he's gonna step on the glass as it crunches beneath his foot. And he's gonna get ready to cast an Eldritch Blast at the one that stepped out of the mirror near Bryn, but then he sees Marcus, his, forever man, get thrown backwards, and he goes, Marcus, no! And he's gonna look next to him, and he's gonna cast two Eldritch Blasts at the one that threw Marcus back. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Hey, there's the first
Alrighty.
one.
As you strike this thing, it seems to kind of hit, and it's like this weird, multifaceted, refractory pattern that suddenly seems to cut across it as you, Henry, suddenly get hit, not by flesh and blood, but what seems to be slices of flesh. Sorry.
Ooh.
Oh, slices of glass. As
Thank God.
that kind of cuts across.
Sally.
Additionally,
And that.
you also find that this creature seems to be resistant to force damage.
Oh!
It's the only
You-
creature in the world.
Little bitch. Okay. Well, that's like all I
According
got,
to
guys.
Watsy. What's up? This is Foundry. Oh yeah, we know you're tricks players. We know you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not speaking for Foundry. They don't.
Wow. David nerfed warlocks.
And with my second Eldritch Blast, I'm gonna say, you like to throw people, do you? And I'll send that one. Hopefully it hits, and I'll blast it if I can 10 feet back.
Oh, do you have a what is it called? Repelling.
Repelling blast.
So it
Yeah.
bumps into Henry both times. I will say that.
Okay.
No!
And
Just to,
also,
just to- so Henry, I'll say
Important-
this: if you want to, you can let yourself be pushed with the creature, or you can hold your ground. What would you prefer to do?
Could I like push him into the mirror? Just be like, it's.
On your turn, you can do those things then,
Oh,
if you want to.
Okay, then I'll hold my ground then.
Okay, go ahead and make me a strength saving throw. We'll say the 2 hit is the DC for literally impossible for you. Holy shit, 27? Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean that'd be impossible. I mean,
As you both
I
get
mean, if I
pushed
get a
back
natural 20,
5
you know.
feet.
Oh, I did get a natural 20.
Oh, he did it!
Of course he did.
You know what?
Of course
That's
he did.
amazing. That is precisely what you need. As you're just like, oh, and you kind of get hit. For a second, you kind of get angry. It's like, kind of pushing back, thinking that was Marcus just pushing into you. As you turn back into your normal form, it's like, what? And then the second one
And-
is also going to be a hit once again for only half damage, and make me another strength saving throw, Henry.
No, not near as
This
much.
time, both of you guys get pushed, let's say 5 feet, splitting the difference.
And with that second one too, you notice kind of like something like a black sort of cloudy substance comes out of the Eldritch Blast, and it wraps itself around the creature's feet, as Lance of Lethargy also takes hold. So the creature's movement is, I forgot how that works.
Reduced by 10, I think.
Reduced by 10 feet. Woo!
Both of them
And,
just build munchkin builds. My god.
Warlock
And,
life.
Yes. I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get right here in front of Marcus, and I'm just like standing in front of him, just like cape billowing and high heels, just like crunching the glass. Perfect.
There's not even any wind. How is this?
The
Amazing.
magic cape.
So, Lynn, in a way, you were surprised exactly by what happened and the sudden velocity of the aggression. As it brings us back around to Bryn, all of the surprise conditions have worn off at this point. As Bryn, you have this creature up next to you. What do you want to do?
Give it a hug. No.
I didn't go. Does that
You
matter?
got surprised too. Everyone got surprised except for me
okay.
and Sebastian.
I understand.
Yeah, I mean it's right next to me now, so there's the tried and true method. I'll just do the same thing I did when I got cornered in the cutlery cabinet, and build up some static in my hands and shock and grasp it.
Get it?
Oh no, that's probably not good.
That is still going to be a hit, not resistant to lightning damage.
Cool. And then I will move. I don't want to get in front of another mirror.
Oh, you know what?
I'll say that too. I'll just say, try to avoid getting in front of the mirrors. It looks like your reflections turn into monsters. So, and I just want to kind of like cut the diagonal to avoid causing other reflection demons.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Alrighty.
That's it for me.
Alright. You see this one rush towards
Sorry, Marcus.
Marcus. As Marcus, I need you to make me an athletics or acrobatics check to avoid being grappled by this creature.
All right.
You're super strong, right?
You watch as Marcus had just come out there, it's like, ow! And then suddenly you just get grabbed by your throat as you're like, what? And then just kind of like pushed as it kind of shifts around to the back of your scruff. You're like, shit! As this thing starts to drag you backwards,
Oh no. Oh no.
Marcus, you disappear into the mirror with it.
Oh no.
No, Sebastian.
Dear gods, no! Not another
Duga.
one!
Grab Sebastian, take him with you.
Damn.
No. Amazing.
There seems to be almost like bulbous movement out of that mirror. You see things fighting in there, and Bryn, as you kind of look almost around, trying to find a reflection of another mirror to watch that, you suddenly see two Marcuses fighting with one another.
I don't like it.
No. Do we have to go in the mirrors? Oh no. I was gonna break one.
Avoid going in them, and then Marcus immediately gets pulled into a mirror.
As you guys both come tumbling out.
Oh, son of a bitch. Which one is the real Marcus?
You two, or the characters, don't know. I know players, there's easy ways to figure things out. And we'll get there.
Yeah.
mechanically.
Yeah.
Henry, same thing. Go ahead and make me an acrobatics or athletics check as you're... it's attempting to grab you as well.
No, that's fine.
Who do I shoot?
Athletics.
what just happened? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Henry, as the thing kind of tries to grab at you, like, no, get off of me! And you just kind of push it back. However, Brockton, you see another creature kind of push out. As it looks directly at you, it's going to try to make a swing. Brockton, that is going to be a hit for 10 points of bludgeoning. Anything in reaction?
Yeah, I'll uncanny dodge that.
Alright, reduce down to 5. As you all hear what seems to be an unearthly, it's not even a laugh, it's something between, well, just a rasping, wet reverberating, seemingly coming from each one of these mirrors. Marcus, it's your turn.
Marcus points at Marcus, and then...
Oh no!
What are we going to do, my friend? You know what? We're gonna try it. He's gonna grab his violin.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to expend a bardic inspiration to instead do unsettling words.
Ooh, alright.
So I'll get... Oh, actually, I will target me first, and then... Damn! Okay. Fantastic. So that is, the creature must subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw it makes before the start of my next turn.
Nice.
And so with that, we are gonna cast... Oh, we're gonna see if it works.
As it does that, or as you're like, what does it look like when you do your unsettling words, by the way?
I think for Marcus, because so much of him is with the violin, it's more like taking the violin and just making like this ungodly, horrible like string like across. Yeah.
As you pull out the bow and you lay
Hate
it
that
across
sound.
the violin, the other Marcus does the same thing at the same time. As you guys are doing that back and forth, for the first time in forever, you feel the effects of your own unsettling cadence, the cacophony that you can create with the strings as the magic is diffused and directed at you.
Wow.
Hey, okay, this could be really bad, and I'm here for it. We're still gonna do it. We're still gonna do it. Marcus is gonna cast Suggestion. And he's gonna cast Change.
Go ahead and cast the spell.
Oh.
You know, this is a command. You can use more than one word, right?
Yeah, it can be a sentence for a suggestion.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna say transform yourself. Because, yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, it might just get naked, and then we'll see all of Marcus's bits. And
we don't.
They both stop at the same time. The bow goes down as they both look at each other, saying, "Transform yourself." As I need you to make me your wisdom saving throw, Marcus.
Yeah. Oh God.
what are you gonna do if it hits you? Oh, never mind.
So
Oh,
do I
well,
also have -8 to that? Because that's
Yes,
definitely
you
a fail
do.
on my part.
What?
Great. I love it.
Which is so ironic. As
You, like-
Marcus
cut your hair.
and Marcus consider one another, the creature seems to kind of pop in as the hair kind of seems to just get sucked in into that. The clothing itself seems to become purple and get sucked into the creature. The eyes splitting apart into the six, the hexaform that it has. Marcus, as you also shift, your skin, well, why don't you describe it?
Marcus's limbs begun to elongate. The arms and the feet easily just stretching out past the hems of his wonderfully tailored coat and pants. His skin begins to fall, get a little paler and paler until it almost turns like the slight blue hue. His eyes turn black, and his hair just begins to grow longer and longer, but white. As his clothes no longer fit him, because he's truly not that muscular.
I will give all of you guys, everyone except for Marcus, of course, a quick Arcana or Religion check.
All right.
For background story, and I don't need to.
Brock knows.
Oh!
20s!
We all
Everybody
Wow!
knows.
For tax!
No!
Well, I'm glad everybody knows what
No.
Marcus is, and
Hey!
Hey, hold
Could
up. Does
everyone
that...
in this party turn into monsters?
Oh, I'm sorry, Tyler. Could you confirm for me? Because I'm not sure if I'm seeing this correctly. Does that mean that Marissa has rolled
Two nat 20s,
two.
and one of them is for Marissa?
2 natural 20s for Marissa tonight already.
In
My
one
God.
session, yeah.
Foundry's my boo.
Unbelievable.
What
That's
can I say?
crazy. Could never expect something like that from
Yeah,
D&D
I'm sure
Beyond.
glad I rolled it on an Arcana check.
Well. A lot of you have heard stories of creatures from the Feywild that take the shapes of other things so that they may steal the mortal souls and forever lose them within the mind-breaking weirdness, the splendor of the Feywild. But the Crown in particular has been particularly concerned about one creature that can do this so exceptionally well. It has a common parlance name, a thing that many of the peasants have started calling it, a doppelganger. Sorry, let me crownify that. A doppelganger.
Oh, okay, yeah, I couldn't understand
Yeah,
it
we're
at
near
first.
Right.
Podunk,
Yeah, it's,
you
it's
know?
Sorry, coming from Germany and saying like some of these word uses is like, so that's what you call it? Celine, Bryn, Brockton, obviously. You all know, and two of you realize in this moment, that what Marcus is a changeling, as they refer to themselves. A creature that can take the form of any other humanoid. That no, Marcus did not earn those shoulders, he made them. Those abs, rippling as they were constructed by their mind, their flesh simply responding to shape themselves into this form. And in that moment, as you look back towards the Marcus, you see Sebastian's mouth hang open. Still
I
hot.
like it.
Mm-hmm. Better.
Hell yeah.
And better.
Oh no.
Right, if anyone else in this group can turn into something, you have to tell me.
Bryn, though, you remember with your 28 that towards the latter years, the druids of the Elven Kingdom had brought forth entire communes of changelings, giving away what last remnants of wealth that the Elven Crown still had, so that these assassins would go forth and slaughter the crown, planting themselves within the highest rungs of the crown, sparking the First Inquisition.
Oop.
Thousands burned.
I probably keep that part to myself.
You also know that if Marcus were ever to be discovered as such, they would die. They would be hunted for the rest of their lives. Marcus, you still have movement left. What would you like to do with the rest of your turn now that we have, it's like, that stuff out of the way?
That little thing happened. Yeah, we're hurting, and I don't want to get pulled into the mirror again. So does this mirror have a backing to it?
Yes.
Like it's okay.
Wood.
Hide.
So you kind of like try to step around, is like,
I'm actually gonna move one step further. Brock.
The creature.
We'll just call out for Brock.
The creature will try to swing at you. Sorry, gotta do that. 5 feet.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Boop. And shit, that's going to be another hit on you, Marcus, as you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, God.
As you're like, oh, Brock, and you're changed form.
Hello.
I gotta do a oh shit double take.
Henry.
Yeah, I mean, Henry didn't want to really rage, but now there looks like there's like more of them coming out, so he's just going to like sigh a little bit, and then like just like before, you guys will see it just start to shift, and you'll see that it like pains Henry like as it happens. Like it's not a pleasant process.
Henry,
so.
as part of that, maybe in your hesitation, go ahead and make me an investigation check here. Investigation or insight. Yeah, that seems to be a pretty good course of action.
Yeah. Now I'm doubting myself.
Yep.
Yep, so rage, click the button. Yes. Just click the apply active effects.
Alrighty. Stop selecting my creatures at the same time, damn it. I'm just kidding. But please don't do that.
But it didn't turn into Henry yet.
But that only happens when you're in the mirror. Right?
Surely, it has to turn into you first.
It's to be in the mirror first, I think.
There's nothing in that cup, David. Stop drinking out of that cup.
Yeah, we heard the emptiness.
There's nothing in there. We know
I
it.
wish there was, okay?
Alright, I will Reckless Great Weapon Master. And I enabled both of those.
Alright, go ahead and swing. Which is good that you reckless that. As you swing down, you swing down with your weapon there, and as you do, you get the sense that it is resistance to that type of damage. As it cuts into the creature, again, it seems to refract, turning into glass. As you move down, you see the reflections down upon it. Still alive.
I will do it again.
All right. As with that, you cut down and cut down. Like where before you kind of started cutting through the clavicle into the mid of the body, you pull back again, you strike down upon it, and as you do, the thing absolutely destroys itself. As with that, it just shatters into 1,000 pieces that just disappear.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll just take some movement over here just because he doesn't want his friends to be all alone. And so he's gonna go 1, 2, and then I guess I can just go through Ben. I was like, it's so hard because I'm so big, so I'm like, I don't know how big my movement is. Like, could I get to there? That's fine. Like, because that's 30 from the quarter?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Because you can
Then
step
yes, I
through
will.
Bryn's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'll end my turn there.
Yeah, you rage this turn. Otherwise, like, you get a bonus attack. No, you don't. Not this turn.
I do not.
Alrighty, that brings us to
action
Sebastian.
Okay. Sebastian's gonna still just kind of be in awe after seeing Marcus transform into his greater self. I'm going to go up to Marcus and go, Mother's going to love you, and go boop. Oh, never mind. I don't have healing hands. Never mind. I used it already. Can I?
You
It would have been a wonderful
Just kidding. You boop
Marcus on the
and
nose.
go boop.
Mother's
For
going to
no
love
better
you.
reason than you just boop.
And then like slap him like gently on the cheek, be like boop, and just like a little like loving slap.
Oh,
And I'll cast. I can't select it, but I would like to send. What?
The mirror is technically in the way for this one, just so you know.
Oh no! I want to aim it at the mirror.
Okay, sounds good. Well, Eldritch Blast, as per the spell, only
Oh, that's
targets-
right. Okay,
Yeah,
well, what if
there's-
it?
There's only one spell in
Make
history
sure
of D&D.
everybody tells them to stop doing that shit when you're doing your surveys for 1D&D stuff. Tell them,
Yeah.
let us target shit that's not a creature.
That would be lovely. So what I'll do instead, actually, is I will aim at the creature behind it.
That's what I'm saying.
And,
So this is blocking, but you can probably get this one.
Well, can
Unless
I
you
aim
move
at the
around.
creature and hit the mirror instead?
No.
It's not wrong. I mean, that's the problem that Damon is really pointing out. Back in the day with Damon.
Okay.
Remember when you can
Okay.
attack objects
Wait, no.
because they exist in the 3D space?
I gotta actually myself. Back to the future with Damon.
Oh my god.
I just want consistent internal logic. If Eldritch Blast
mean-
was psychic damage, sure. It's
Yeah.
force damage.
Right, exactly. I feel that. But anyway, so I'll do the boop, I'll go, Mother's going to love you. Boop! And then slap, and as I like do the gentle slap, I'm gonna turn back around, cape billow behind me, and go back to where I was, and I'll aim at the creature and go, now get your ass back in that mirror. And I'll send 2 Eldritch Blasts and push it 10 feet back if it hits. Maybe into the mirror? Who knows? That would be wonderful, though. Here's the
Hey.
first one, and then here's the second one. Hey,
Both hit.
okay, so I'm gonna yeet it into the mirror, and does it go through the mirror?
As it gets pushed back, I mean, it really just gets pushed even like almost past it as it's like. Check here. Yeah, it's just like as it gets pushed back into the wall itself.
And that's for touching my man.
When
Fuck
you say
you, and then-
mother, whom do you think
Oh.
of? Who comes?
Who
to
do I
mind?
think of?
Mhm.
Well, Mother. That's who I think of.
What does mother look like?
I think of. I don't really ever get to look at her face because I'm always very respectful and I always make sure that my eyes are gazing towards the ground, but she's usually very cloaked in mist and shadow, and
Okay.
she wears a crown of raven feathers.
Do you have your bonus
And that's
section? Anything else?
Do I have bonus actions? Let's see here. Oh, you know what? Just for funsies, I'll cast Hex on it.
Go for it.
Boom. Let's. Cool. And that's it.
Alrighty, Celine.
This is the most exciting day I can remember in a really long time. There's lots of shit happening. Marcus looks fucking fabulous. Henry changes into my boyfriend, and it's just Christmas. Now, I heard Bryn say that the mirrors were bad. And I see the monster, although he's also very good looking. So I'm gonna just rush forward to this mirror. I'm gonna angle it, if I can, away from my boyfriend, but then I'm just gonna push it over and smash it on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. As you just kind of kick it over, and as it shatters, that voice that had that weird wet cackle before just goes, and it's just all of the glass starts to
Yeah.
shake.
Mirrors were put here by probably the monster, so probably get rid of them. And I already used all my movement. No, I'm gonna say it. I really wanted to go back, but I can't. Yeah, because I was planning on Eldritch blasting the mirrors until we discovered you can't.
Yes. You're
Right.
welcome.
Oh, okay, I have 5 more feet of movement.
Did
Beautiful.
That's it.
End of your turn. With the
Uh-oh.
anger roiling through the entirety of the solarium, the shards start to shake
Don't like that.
and start to lift up as they begin to spin.
oh, that can't.
Oops.
I'm gonna need
Hello?
everyone. Hello, everyone.
Oh,
to make
no.
me a dexterity saving throw, please.
No, Marcus, please make it. No, my God, I'm gonna throw up.
I'm gonna use my DM inspiration.
Oh, remember, this is the after the roll rules for my campaign because you guys can't get the lucky feat.
Oh, so I can use it afterwards if I need to?
Yes.
I don't have to call it beforehand?
Correct.
Okay. Well, let's see then. Oh, we're okay.
Oh, I should have advantage because of danger sense, right?
Yeah.
Since I see
So
glass
that should
foot.
have been baked in. Go ahead and roll me one more dex save.
Dex save.
Nice.
Hey! Wow,
Brought to
another
you
natural
by
20 in Foundry.
Natural
Mm.
20 City. All right. As that is going to be the official Foundry ad song from now on. All right, going down the line, you guys see this glass starting to cut through as you guys try to back out of the thickest clouds of them. They're just spinning around, cutting you, slicing you in different places. This is not an attack, so no one can dodge on that, sadly. But it seems to fly and pass right through the body of this creature right there, leaving it like literally the shards are like entering its body and then flying back out on a different end.
I like that.
Everyone except for Celine makes the save. Celine, you take 13 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and everyone else is going to take half. And then Marcus, make me a new con saving throw.
How much health did you have left, Marcus?
Can I use my reaction to like cover
no.
Marcus from some of the shards?
On this one, I mean, I guess it's a moot point as you lose concentration. As Celine, you're like, maybe that's part of it, Celine. You try to embrace Marcus to save them from the certain death scenario as pieces of glass are sticking out of them in multiple places as their body collapses onto yours and then falls to the ground as it's almost like a pincushion pit like pierced into you and then slouched down as Marcus just collapses on the ground there. You guys see all of the glass fall back onto the ground as Marcus starts to bleed out next to them. This is a time
Interesting.
to remind everyone that not all encounters are ones that you may be able to win. And as the first person has
GTFO.
gone unconscious,
No, we already killed one of the thingies. We got this.
Brock, you see Marcus collapse in a puddle of their own blood.
Marky.
Don't. What?
Let's see. I'm not going to assume that this guy's not going to attack me just because he let Celine run by. So I'm going to bonus action disengage. I'm going to step over here. I'm going to Marcus, get up! And I'm going to. Oh, that's not the button I meant to push. Sorry. There it is.
Oh, yes. Our rogue can heal. Doctor. Thank you, Doctor.
You see one of the shards is dangerously close to having cut through their major artery in their neck. As you pull it gently out and quickly apply pressure, cinching it shut, and you maybe have like a little tool inside of that like just cauterizes it, and the same thing, magically charged and immediately is discharged, cannot be used again after it.
And
Marcus, you look up at Brockton, having just saved your life, it seems.
I want to try and buy myself a little more space, so I'm gonna. Well, I don't want to give this fucker a straight line at Marcus either, though. Damn it! Decisions. We might want to run. But I'm not gonna leave him. I'm just gonna stay put. I'm good.
All right. Bryn, what do you do?
Yeah. Oof, duh. And so all the glass stuff happened when we shattered the mirror, when Celine pushed it over.
Yep.
Well. Well, hail.
Here we go again.
No, wait, I've changed my mind about the mirrors. Don't push them over.
I'm gonna cast, because I don't want these guys to run up and beat the crap out of Marcus. I'm going to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Ooh.
Nice.
Which one?
I'm gonna put it here, because I want it to try and grab this one. And obviously it's a giant skeleton hand. It's not an earth hand like it's supposed to be.
So for the placement, I'm going to say that you have to pick a 5-foot square, not perfectly a 4-foot thing. So it has to be.
Well, that's what I was trying. It gave me a 10-foot for some reason, but I was just going to put it right next to him.
It's because you placed it in between 4 of them.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's where I was going to put it, is in this square right here. So it has to make a strength save.
Nat 20.
Well, what an asshole.
Brought to you by Foundry. Wait, did I just say that an asshole was brought to you by Foundry? I'm sorry, Foundry. Shit.
Well, it still takes half damage, but it's not restrained. I mean, there's not a whole lot else I can do. Yeah, I'll just move back against the wall. Just try and avoid mirror reflection and over a little too. That's it.
Alrighty. The broken mirror on the floor. You see the one on the top northeastern part kind of limp towards as it's kind of held back by this weird shadowy stuff, kind of grab into the mirror. It suddenly seems to just travel up and along it and disappears, and then seems to reappear coming out of this one as it seems to once again push out of this. Sebastian, when you cast Hex, what ability score did you choose?
Let's say dexterity.
Alrighty. as another one of these creatures pushes forward. You see this one now, kind of like trying to grab at your ankles, but it is too late that you realize that the creature is trying to give the other one advantage, trying to grapple you. So, go ahead and make me an athletics check, and you should have automatically advantage on that, Henry.
Oh boy. Alright, 21 is not bad.
Fuck. Henry,
Oh,
Wait.
no.
these two creatures pull you back. As they both have him by the hand. He tries to wrist against it, but as you're pulled back,
Can I
He
even
can
fit
fit.
in this mirror though?
Yeah, he's like full mirror.
it's almost like a squeezing situation. As you're holding on the outside
Shit.
there, Henry disappears.
Oh, no.
All right, so they're stronger than I thought.
As you look at them, they seem to be extremely strong. And suddenly, out of two different mirrors, you see two Henrys looking at each other.
Now you have two boyfriends, Celine.
Ooh.
That's weird. You don't seem as excited about that. That's so strange. That's odd.
Celine, no. Bryn, Maximilian's Earthen Grasp also creates difficult terrain in that spot.
I don't think so.
All right. This creature moves around it somewhat and grasps
Nope.
at you, Celine. I need you to make me an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, shit.
Oh,
I would like to donate my inspiration so she can re-roll that one.
Thank you. Wait, what did I roll? Okay, yeah. 17.
All
that better?
right. Henry, what is it in that moment as you see your girlfriend almost get dragged off by this creature?
Self-proclaimed.
And what does Henry's alter form say in that moment, we should say?
I think he just like sees his like friend, so he maybe like he like chucked a rock at it. Like it was like pretty lady, and it, like throws a rock.
He thinks I'm pretty.
Oh my god.
he did call you friend
Oh
though,
my God.
so
Yeah, I heard that. That was gross.
The gray area.
yeah.
Friend zone.
Let's see.
Ends its turn there. Marcus, it is your turn.
God. I'm running real low on spells.
I don't know what it's like to run away from a fight, guys. I don't.
Guys, I think we should stay on the bottom floor for now.
Good call.
Difficulty spikes severely as you go
yeah,
up.
makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yell out. Perhaps we should run.
Yeah. Nobody will judge you. Run.
Yeah, I think we're
Um.
all okay with that, actually.
Try to.
I wasn't last turn. This turn, I am.
He's gonna get up, and yeah. Oh, God. That's half the movement getting up.
Mhm. That's for the entire turn. So if you were to, for example, dash, you still only have 30 feet of movement right now.
Yep. The door's right there. Okay. So Marcus doesn't know which one is the real Henry.
Mm-mm.
Well,
So-
one of them did throw a rock, or
Or did they both throw a rock?
They both.
Like, how did that scene play out?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, pretty lady!
Well-
As two rocks get
Oh my
thrown.
god, they both think you're pretty. And they both friend zoned you. It's like a double whammy.
Damn.
This is not fun.
We'll see about that.
I can only target one person with this. And I can't upcast it to choose two. It's specifically only one. So, David, would you like me to roll like a 50% chance?
That's precisely it. Yep. If you
Oh.
roll a 51 or better, you just pick the right one by accident.
Alrighty.
Whoa!
Wow.
Badger.
My God, that's the first time I've
Wow.
seen a 1. A few weeks ago,
Oh.
Damon rolled 100.
I believe I have to target that one. Do I have the correct one
The
targeted?
left one, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, if we had a cleric.
Run back into the mirror.
Oh God.
Oh God.
That's gonna be fun.
So it either breaks the mirror.
Oh,
you
you
did
did
it!
it! Oh, that was close.
All right.
Oh, that was too close.
Does
And,
it still affect both Henrys, or is it just the one that got targeted?
Only the
I don't know how this mirror stuff works.
this- the
That
spell
last one was
reads
amazing.
target.
because Marcus decided to target Marcus, so it's Marcus
Right.
targeting Marcus.
So, and with that, hobble my way to the door.
On my way to the door. Alrighty, Marcus, I believe, unless you want to use your bonus action for something that is your turn, yeah?
Oh yes. Sorry. Yeah, we'll bardic inspiration. Who can I see? I can't see. Well, I
Don't forget
technically can
Celine's
see
there. I don't
Celine.
know if she's
Yeah,
blinked on
under
your
the-
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because there's a,
Yeah.
Overhead tile. Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. There's one over here too.
But that was perfect because it makes Manry's face just kind of like stand out.
Bardic inspiration, Celine.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Run away! That's the inspiration there. There you go.
Brave, brave Sir Robin.
Alright, Sebastian, it is your turn. Oh no, just kidding.
Oh, it is?
What about Henry?
Yeah, wait.
Uh.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
Wow.
I know. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing yet.
You lose your turn.
Henry knows that we're leaving, so he would like to go this way. So 20 feet there, and then can I use my, since I'm so large, can I like use my like free object interact to just like pick up Celine and Sebastian in my hands?
Sure. As
Like
you
King
see
Kong.
your other forms like move forward. They don't know who is who. I'm gonna call that out. As you will try to grab them with like each one of the extra attacks, the other one will try to do so as well. So this is going to be a weird game of competition for Sebastian. Two hunky men fighting over Sebastian. You know, I don't know if he's going to mind.
So they accidentally
The
ripped him in
Sebastian
half.
swoon.
Whoops.
Celine, do you, as you
Wouldn't be
see
the first time.
both of the Henrys move forward, trying to grasp. One of them is grasping Brent and Sebastian, yep. And the other is trying to grab Celine, or you.
Wait, me? One is grabbing me?
Mhm.
No.
No.
Uh,
What?
No. Sebastian.
I
And,
know.
And Celine.
I know,
Oh, so
but
it's working out Celine and Sebastian, and the other is Sebastian and Bryn.
just because of the
Because they're-
reach. Mhm.
I understand.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, you're asking if I have a reaction.
To try to be
Mm.
and you try to resist. Let's put it this way: as you don't know which Henry is trying to grab you.
Or do you just swoon because
Oh.
Henry's trying to grab you?
If you don't want to let the meta control,
The
do the
meta.
D100 roll.
The meta.
Let's say
Okay.
50 and lower, you try to resist. 51 and better, you go, Henry, what took you so long?
Do 100. 37.
All
Wait,
right,
what
go-
was the
Make
question?
me an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice. And Henry, you're going to have to make an
Can
athletics
I-
check to try
Can
to
I
grab
cast
something.
shield as my reaction instead
Does-
of trying to break free?
Does not
Okay.
do the thing.
But you do
Okay.
bardic inspiration.
That you do.
Do.
Which you can determine after you make your roll. So,
Great.
Henry, in order to grab Celine, go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Yeah, it'll tell you what you rolled, and then it should give you a little. Yeah.
Oh,
there
I
you go.
understand. But I clicked off of it. I was like, "What's that?" Weird.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my god, and I also
Hey.
rolled a nat 20 to try to grab Bryn. I don't think, Bryn, there's any way that you could try to get you. Nope. Alright, Bryn gets grappled as well. Holy shit. Tonight is
I did not consent.
I know you didn't. At this point, I mean, if you want to make an acrobatics or athletics roll for the shit of it,
No.
go for it.
Nope.
Celine. Oh my god. All right. Yeah, Celine becomes grappled by Henry.
No.
Bryn becomes grappled by Henry. Sebastian. Two men both reach towards you at the exact same time. What do you try to do here? You
I'll
know
let
that
it
one of
happen.
them must be one of these clone weird things.
I'll be like, I'll let it happen.
Okay. All right. So Henry and Henry are going to make
Oh no,
opposed
I forgot.
athletics checks against one another.
Oh my god. This is so amazing.
This is
Dude,
my
I mean,
wildest
Was it
fantasy.
that closer? Like, so did I get like a little, like triple advantage since I was closer?
No.
Oh, damn it. All right. Athletics again.
Another
yes, thank God.
fucking natural 20 brought to you by
God damn.
motherfucking Foundry.
Sebastian definitely gets bisected.
I would say with the nat 20, I was gonna allow for that possibility if they rolled really close to one another within one roll. They did not, and roll a nat 20. As Henry like, you grab both of them, shaking them a little bit as you pick them up.
Dear God. Sorry.
I just stare at the ground.
Oh.
It's fine, darling.
As all three of the squishies are now grappled by Henry.
I dead weight.
My dad.
It's like when a toddler tries to dead weight.
I should still have another. What? Because that was only.
It was 20, I think you said.
That was 15.
Oh.
So I should still have another 15. To this right over there, and that wasn't by action, right? That was just like
That
a
was
free
your
object
action.
interact.
That was
Oh,
to
it
grapple
was.
someone is an attack. As
okay.
they both kind of like, oh well, but now you're carrying someone. But I mean, they're technically smaller than you. All right, you carry them forward, and as you do, Henry carries them forward as well. Except Henry pushes Bryn into the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not. I'm pushing you guys towards the door. So now you know.
Well,
I know, now I know, now I know.
time to find out what this is like. Is it cool on the other side? Is it like a laser light show?
You push in, and Marcus and Henry, Bryn, all three of you have now experienced this. As you kind of push in, there's just a refraction. It's like the inside of a diamond, perhaps. And there you see 1,000 reflections of a creature looking at you. And as you stand there, you can see that hundreds of them are pushing themselves out of these reflections, almost like so many wriggly tentacles as they seem to reform their flesh coming out of this stuff. As one of them that drops down into a puddle of this purplish flesh realigns itself upwards to look like you, Bryn, grabs you by the face and pushes you out of the mirror.
Oh, all right.
But the other Henry's
okay.
gone now.
You still saw other Henry in there.
But he's gone now, though, right?
Wait, why is this not? He's currently not on the battlefield, no.
Oh, so now it's one Henry, two Bryn.
I see you, Henry, and I raise you a Bryn.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff I haven't done yet, but luckily it's only if I do it, so it's not like they can do it on their own.
All right, Henry. Anything else?
Oh no, that will be it.
All right. Sounds good. Your rage timer now starts. Sebastian, you're still currently held by Henry. Henry, do you let them go, like dropping them at the precipice to the entrance to that hallway?
If they're trying to escape, then yes. But if they're trying to like run out, then yes, I would open my hands and let them go out.
Sebastian, what do you think it would look like from your perspective? Are you trying to like break out to like return to the room?
No, he's just, it's like a when you like hold a baby and they're just like slumped over your arm, just kind of thing. He's just okay with it. He's used to people, like wanting to carry him and, do things for him. So he's like, yeah, this is normal. So yeah, he's not going to try to fight it or anything. As he is, like slumped over the arm though, and his feet are like kicking, like dangling for fun. Is there a way to possibly kind of just like lean around and cast 2 Eldritch Blasts at
you
that?
Could, but you would have disadvantage because you don't know which of the Brins is real.
Oh no, not Bryn. The one.
But you still have something that is potentially dangerous within 5 feet of you.
Oh, sure. Totally fine. Cool. All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll just do that with disadvantage. Will it account for that automatically, or do I need to?
No, hold control, please.
Hold control. Okay. Where are you? Okay. 2 Eldritch Blasts. Here's the first one. Ba-doom. What?
Did you target anything?
Yeah.
What
Oh,
is it
okay.
giving you?
It's saying it's blocked by a wall.
Yeah, I mean, that's technically because
Well, a man.
Henry
sorta.
is there. Yeah, that's what it's trying to measure for, probably.
He is a wall.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I'll tell
okay,
you what.
so
Let's make this a little bit easier. Sebastian, you've already resolved you're going to be carried off by a large Henry man.
Yep.
Celine, are you going to try to get back into the room? Or are you going to let yourself be carried off?
I was going to try to cast a spell.
What are you going to try to cast?
I was going to try to do suggestion.
What are you going to suggest?
I was going to suggest that this creature that I can tell is a creature stops hurting my friends and takes its friends back into the mirror with it.
That's 2 suggestions.
Yeah, it can only be like
Is there
one.
like a comma?
Nope.
the power of the comma, David.
Okay, I don't know which Bryn is what, so that one seems like the most. Yeah, I was gonna suggest that it stop hurting my friends.
All right. Go ahead and cast your spell on the way out.
Okay.
Brockton, what would you be doing is suddenly we have established Henry's flings by you like whoa as you see the like kind of come down in front of you.
Yeah, I had a plan and it's gone to shit. So I'm going to, I can't seem to get a hold of myself. I think Henry's in the way.
Click on your or tab until you get yourself.
Is that it? Oh, it's not my turn.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, it's still Sebastian and
Yeah,
Celine.
this is we're going into more cinematic mode now. What are you trying to do? Just
Gotcha.
kind of tell me.
I would just try to like beeline for the stairs
Mm-hmm.
and try and maybe usher Marcus along as best I can because I want to make sure he gets out of here.
Alrighty. Brock, you run out. Sebastian, you shoot off Eldritch Blasts. Celine, you cast the suggestion as the creature kind of turns towards you, cocks its head to the side. Marcus, you're running in. Bryn, as you see everyone else kind of pushing there, what do you do? As you suddenly look at yourself, spectacle to spectacle.
When it created another brain, it didn't create another earthen grasp, right? It's still just the one. Then I would move it. How far can I move it? 30 feet.
the
I
dawn.
want. Yeah, to the one that I know is not me.
Go ahead and make me just a straight intelligence check.
Yeah, because I'm like, if there's only one, it can't grapple both of us. Intelligence check. I've forgotten how to play. There we go.
All right,
I want to use my inspiration.
go for it.
Damn it.
All right, so I'm guessing you stick with the 11, right?
Yeah.
All right, as Otherburn also uses their DM inspiration. No, I'm just kidding. As
Wow.
That would be hilarious. But you see suddenly as the thing kind of pushes forward, you yourself in a calm manner kind of put up your hand as the rocky hand kind of like is put there, and you suddenly don't feel in control of your own spell as you like push forward. You see Otherburn kind of push up against it as you guys are pushing back and forth. The hand kind of, it's like that. It's that alien hand syndrome where, I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but some people have this thing where, like, if they had to get the bridge between their two hemispheres of their brain separated for whatever reason, they sometimes can lose control of one of their hands, and they will wake up like as they're trying to choke themselves, their body not
my God.
recognizing that. It is terrifying as you have lost control of your magic. It's kind of going towards you. You try to get it back towards the other one. It goes back towards you. In a hair's breadth, you are able to send it back towards the other bin, slamming him against the wall as you are free to run.
Yeah, then I run. Bye.
Follow the rest of them. Maybe Henry kind of slams the door shut, but Bryn, in that moment as you run away, the spectacles like kind of put askew, and you see your own mouth stare back at you and become almost like a Cheshire cat, too long, too wide, too many teeth, as your eyes seem to duplicate, and the door slams shut. As with that, we'll call it for this week's session. As you guys made it to the second floor. Good for you.
Like the third floor.
Yeah, it was
For
the
a
third
very
floor, right?
hidden
Yeah.
place that, you know, you did it.
Oh my god.
It was
We
like
did it.
we went into like the
So-
high level forest of like a game where it's like, hey guys, you maybe shouldn't go here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stumbled
It's like
into
how
the
in
wrong
Breath of
area.
the Wild you can beeline straight
Yeah.
for Ganon.
Yeah.
It's like,
Should've done
oh,
that.
that
We
might
were
be a
in an
mistake.
open world map and we went too far.
We went to like the range that was like, way out of our range.
You need to go grind
Yeah.
some
Complete
you know,
world.
like lesser
Bad.
servants to
Yeah.
get there.
One of the things that I love about this game, and this is something that US players should definitely also be aware. So I generally do milestone leveling. What's cool about this adventure is because it's, as they put it, so modular, it can go so many different ways. There's not really like one path you can take. You will run into things that you cannot overcome, sure, but there's an advancement point system rather than a milestone system. So as you get certain advancement points throughout this open world house, you will level. But you must accomplish tasks in order to do so. So, players of Polyhedra and the House Divided, let's see if you will survive before you find all of the limitations of the Raven Tree Manor.
Now we just gotta get tanky enough to push over all the mirrors and not die.
Amazing. Thank you guys all so much for playing. Thank you guys at home for watching, checking us out. If you guys want to follow us, that obviously is super nice. You guys get reminders that we're live. We stream every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, so 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain, and then, those other time zones, whatever. But anyway, if you guys want to tune in again next week, we're going to take a break after that for 2 weeks, but next week we are still on. So come join us next time as we are going to keep exploring what this magnificent adventure has to offer. And that's right, DMs. If you watch a little bit earlier, they're creatures who have resistance to force damage. Because fuck the Morlocks. Fuck them so hard. No, I'm just kidding.
Man,
but it's just kind of
I'm
fun
so
to
glad
see.
we don't have 2 warlock party members.
It's just kind of fun to see, like, that they have created monsters that you have never seen, and I have never seen. Like, I had to actually look at the stat box a couple different times, like, oh my god, it can do what? It can do what? And then I click a fucking button in the middle of you guys investigating things, you know? This is, oops. Anyway, this was awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you again for all of the sponsors that we have. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.